The time is now. It is finally here. The beginning of the Injustice Pro Series presented by PS4. Injustice 2 is here. All the legacy guys are back. The new blood is here. New legends will probably be formed today. And right now, I'm Katana Prime, and I'm joined by my buddy. I missed you, man.
I've missed you too. Thank you so much for having me on.
Arma, how's it feel?
Feels great. I'm so excited for this new series. I'm excited for how much money is on the line and how much everyone's going to want it. And just seeing how much this game has developed in just 10 days of release.
10 days.
And compared to every other NRS game, like, people are finding so many things, so much tech, and everybody just wants it. Everybody wants it. Everybody just going to stop at nothing.
Now, Combo Breaker is the first premier stop on the tour. We have a little shy of 400 entrants, which is already the highest entered NRS tournament of all time outside of EVOs. It's a bloodbath right now. Right now. And what better way to start the circuit than to have Tom Brady go up against 56. Aquaman here to try and make Atlantis great once again.
Trying.
And just like that, Firestorm. So we have Legacy against New Blood, Legacy player against New Things, and maybe we do. All right, so we have a button check. Gonna hit restart match here.
And now we're going straight into it.
All right, cleans it up, and here we go.
Tom Brady starting out with a forward 2 throw, going for the interactable.
All right, stabby stab, stab, the Trident Rush we all know and love. Yeah, and no punish there, but goes for the torpedo now. 56. Ooh, and that EX Fireball so fast, unreactable. Flames up for the defensive buff. Has the flutter kicks, and Brady's gonna go for the jump in now. Meter burn, Trident Rush, gaining loads of chip in the corner now. One of the best adjustments to Injustice 2 is that you no longer build meter on EX moves. So
yeah,
even though Trident Rush is oppressive in terms of chip damage, Aquaman is not building that meter back. So you have options like push block or simply avoiding it. But 56 says he wants more than that. Goes for the sweep. And nice anti-air from Brady.
Very smart of Brady to keep low and just always be mindful of Firestorm's low attacks. Firestorm really can't get any damage out until he hits you low.
All right, and no punish. 56 a little afraid to commit, maybe afraid that Brady's going to trade up. But either way it go, aggressive Trident Rush pressure now. No clash from 56. He's just going to lay it down, and Tom Brady's going to take the very first victory.
He had the opportunity to clash, but I feel like it wouldn't have changed much in this situation. Maybe he's got a pocket character. No, he goes straight into rematch.
All right, fast as it goes. Gets the throw for that first hit bonus, gaining that ever-important first bar meter. Tentacle slam from full screen away.
He needs to realize that once you block the tentacle strike from Aquaman, you can advance. He is very negative now, a lot more negative than he was from the deep in Injustice 1.
Absolutely. Now Brady's going to jump over now. 56 just kind of whipping some buttons now, playing a little afraid. Throws it out, and this time the whip punish from Brady is going to meter burn the Trident Rush now. Keeps the plus frames. Oh, and now we got something going. Oh, and trades up.
Trades up.
That water of life, allowing Aquaman to essentially break the combo as long as he's grounded.
As long as his feet are on the ground, that trade is going to stop any combo from continuing, but now he does take full damage.
All right, and Aquaman using the power of the Trident to summon these tentacles in the Red Sun prison. Pokes, counter pokes, dashes up, meter burn, Trident Rush now. 56 walks up, nice, cancels into the defensive buff now. But again, a little too shy with the offense. Doesn't quite commit to anything. You know, a bunch of pokes here. No real combo potential so far. And he's just gonna eat the bulk of these Trident Rush damage on chip. Yeah. My God, the amount of damage.
Here comes Brady's just keeping it very simple, backing up, letting him whiff anything that he wants to throw at him. In any fighting game, you need to be aware of where any of your buttons are gonna swing. You need to be aware of spacing. That's the key to a fighting game.
All right, here you see some A1 spacing from Brady himself at full screen, checking Firestorm with the from the deep, trying to catch him either, you know, shooting a fireball or going for that molten trap. But in this case, it's going to be the story of Trident Rush Trident rush, and just like that, 2 games to 0, Tom Brady.
He's up 2-0, and so it is first to 3.
It is. That
in
is
the Injustice Pro Circuit.
Official rules. 56, just checking to make sure it's a nice GameStop jersey in the back, that clean Injustice 2. Shouts to the folks at DC Games and Warner Brothers, you know, for everything they put into the title so far. But the Injustice Pro Series is 3 out of 5 at every event. With the exception of EVO, which is left up to the tournament organizers. So no word on that just yet. But right now, it's 2-0, and that's very clear no matter what event this would be. Brady with the tentacle stab, meter burn, and getting that Trident toss into the corner. More Trident rush. What else is new?
What else is new? Seems repetitive, but if your opponent gives you no reason to change your game plan, there is no reason to do it.
Absolutely not. That is rule. That's one of the earliest rules when it comes to competitive anything. You know, you want to win. You play to win the game. Everyone is here for a piece of that 600K split across all the events. Combo Breaker itself, a 20K pot bonus. Brady making quick work. I'm surprised that the flame at Firestorm's head hasn't been extinguished yet, but we can talk about that at a later time.
Now 56 looks like he's on the verge of taking his first bar from Tom Brady. One more hit should do it.
All right, stab, 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 and no clash. Both guys at about even meter. Scratch that. Tom Brady down one. Gonna spin the bar on the EX Trident rush. So much chip damage. You know, if you add it up, you know, between the 3 games, Brady has taken at least an entire life bar of chip damage through Trident rush, and that is no question.
Just 1 bar?
Just it is what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's more.
A swift 3-0.
Very decisive.
From the man who probably thinks he resides in Atlantis in real life, Mr. Tom Brady. 56, asking for some advice. You know, nothing wrong with that.
No, definitely. I mean, you have to keep in mind that everyone is here to compete, to win.
For sure.
But we're all family.
Yeah.
We all know each other. We're all friends. And anyone, especially if you're a new player, it's a very welcoming environment. And if you really think you have what it takes, not only just to get out here and to play, but to adapt and to learn with the best of them.
And here we go. We got our first take of the guy absorbing himself in the camera. Mr. Forever King, NRS God tier player. A guy who you might have been in a scuffle or two with him arguing over a character named Batman.
Oh, no. Nothing but respect for Forever King. Forever King is a phenomenal player. Absolutely great reactions. And, you know, the only thing that I can question about Forever King is the amount of downplay that comes out of his mouth. But other than that, as a player, phenomenal.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, downplaying is a term we throw around a lot. It's guys who want more credit for their skill in comparison to the tools that their character has. You know, saying that XYZ may not be as good, so they look even better. King,
yes.
He's a kingpin of downplaying, but he is great. And he is that good, and so is his Batman. But this is the IPS, man. This is new blood. This is day 1, and we may not be familiar with his opponent, Burritos, but this could be the making and the start of a new legend.
Hey, you take Forever King's scalp, that is a very, very big accomplishment.
Yeah, we're talking first round of the bracket.
First round? Hey, first round of this series.
Oh, what the people would do to see such an upset so early. It's a beautiful thing. King will be expecting him to play Batman as we get into the tournament mode. A beautiful, you know, randomized generated gear.
Oh, yes.
And that exposes us so much. I realize how much of a casual player I am when I look at the gear and I'm like, I want it. I want it so bad.
All this gear.
You know, I want all the characters I play to have 5 loadouts of crisp gear with all the shaders. I don't even care about the levels of the stat buff. Just the visuals alone were enough to, like, hook me. As we head to the Joker's Playground. Beautiful music.
We're doing a button check. You don't see stance switches right out the gate.
No,
this is a button check, so don't get excited, guys. But yeah, no, NRS never fails to amaze me with how much depth that they can put into their product, not only gameplay-wise, but just aesthetics, the music, the story, everything that you want in a fighting game. NRS is definitely taking the right steps to blowing this genre up as much as it possibly could go.
Without question. Now, getting into it, he'll be looking to blow Forever King up with his green arrow as we get into the Battle of the Billionaires.
and he gets the first hit on Forever King.
There you go. He's 1 meter up, but King's gonna zone now. Tosses a bunch of batarangs. Batman building meter, you know, some of the best meter build in the game, especially with this pressure up close. And just like that, doesn't quite get the full combo. Oh, and the smart stuff, I'm gonna say that it was intentional. And he dropped the combo so he couldn't lose further damage. Wake up Hurricane Bow. All right, getting max damage here. Double Sky Alert. Now, oh, with a meter burn forward three.
Green Arrow is just making read after read.
And there's pressure right now from Burritos. Smart stuff. Great blocks. Tries the Savage Blast away. And that Batman forward 3. That cartwheel-esque overhead jumping right over the Savage Blast. Hitbox. Nice cross-up. Great protection of the defense. And this is a very even game.
This is a very even game. Green Arrow wants to stay full screen. He wants to load up those fire arrows, and he wants to make Batman try his hardest to get in.
Spins the bar. The slide's going to miss. Batman's going to wake up slide again. The Forever King special. And a fire arrow under, and Burritos strikes first.
Gets the first hit, gets the first bar. This is an amazing upset, but Forever King does not want to deal with this.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's take it one round at a time as Burritos goes for the jump in now. He's going to eat the bat. Enough hit advantage to complete a jumping combo from King. And wow, another bat mid combo into the back 3, dashes into the corner, goes for the mix-up of Burritos. Great defense. Amazing sequence from Burritos there.
Oh, he goes for the fake out.
Oh, wait a minute, Burritos going for the flashy stuff, trying to get a little cute, but King ready. Good defense. Oh, when he has the bat to cover his mistakes. And the meter burn.
The meter burn dive kick.
Yeah, right out of that air projectile, going into the float, coming down with the dive kick. Bruce Wayne going back into the Batcave, redesigning a little bit of his moves and preparing for Justice 2.
Nice arrow, loads up right in his face, wants to keep him away.
Drops the combo there.
He needs to back up. He needs to rely on these fire arrows. He needs to play his game full screen.
He has the defense, but can he deal with the pressure? King has so much meter. He's going to loop into EX, Oh, and just like that, the forward 2-3, the head bash into the double knees. Enough to catch Burritos on his jump back escape, and Forever King up 1-0.
Now, this is just the first match. This is a first to 3.
That was pretty intense for a first match.
It was. It really was. It's a very slow-paced matchup. Green Arrow needs to just stay away, load up those arrows, and just stay away from Batman.
Right, gets caught whipping a button. The great jump attack from Batman, using his medium kick in the air to cross him up. And Burritos, man, so much defense. He's been pretty good, hasn't cracked much. But on the offensive end, when he's gotten the touches, hasn't converted into much damage, leaving a lot.
Yeah, he's leaving a lot on the table. He's not taking full advantage of everything. Oh, Forever King barely doesn't get that meter burn forward 3.
Right, looking for a cross up there. King cutting it short. And 2 hits break through the armor on that meter burn, you know, away 3. And King is rolling now. Meter
burn forward 3s and meter burn back 3s only have 1 hit of armor, so a lot of strings will blow it up. You need to be very cautious about when you put those in. Forever King with a great corner combo. Down 2 into the standing reset. He needs to guess left and right, and he guesses right with the cross-up, and Forever King punishes him.
Good defense again, but has the bat to cover his tracks and keep the offense going. Here's the Clash quote.
I agree. He opts to use 3 bars. I mean, I don't really agree with that. I feel like that 3rd bar getting you only 5% more, not the best decision. But let's see where it takes him.
For sure. We can definitely talk Clash philosophy later on.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the biggest mind games in, you know, Injustice is a one-time break. You wager meter, no punish this time with the low ice arrow. But decisions have to be made. Nice blocks from King. He's going to get the air-to-air jump medium attack. Will he get the back 3? He does not. But instead, King gets the combo, walks forward, gets the back, the wall bounce, keeps the pressure going, all positive. Some zoning out, Green Arrow forcing his way in, and this pressure is just going to get the job done. King at chip territory.
King had a much better handle on that second match than he did on the first one. Maybe he kind of got used to Burrito's style, just kind of, you know, figured him out as an opponent and, you know, picked up on his tendencies. That's something that's really hard to explain and pick up on, but from years and years of playing fighting games, it comes naturally to you.
Absolutely.
Reads upon reads.
All right, and King with some staggers finally gets the jump attack going, this time hitting Burritos in front. spins the meter to go for the wall bounce. Isn't successful, slides out of there. Ice arrow in his face. Forever King looking for the punish, not quite there. And multiple hits on that Hurricane Bow. Great stuff from Burritos. Now a full combo, finally 335 damage. Respectable amount.
Forever King gets the meter burn forward 3, doesn't connect.
Oh, and the parry, nice bait. You laughed because you knew it was coming. Forever King leaving himself at slightly negative frames to try to bait a button out, and he was successful.
And I love that decision by Forever King to end that round with an up grapple just to put Green Arrow back in the corner.
Absolutely. When it comes to spacing and control, it's also about knowing where you are on the screen and what you want to do game plan-wise. Batman wants to keep his opponents as close as he can, especially with all the pressure and the ability to meter burn to Batarang to stay close. Oh, and a nice snipe out of the air. Burritos like, wait a minute, sir. I have good spacing too. But now King is in. Breaks the armor, 2 hits, nice combo conversion. No clash, just eats it. Plus unblockable in the clash here.
Bit off more than you can
I have more money than you. Bet on it. No, I have more money than you. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
That's definitely how it goes. Are these guys really superheroes, or they're just a guy in a suit?
Right, gets the trade. Ice Arrow has enough to get the slide. Meter burn forward 3, and only a real master, at this point to make this comeback. Pressure, Burritos has to deal with all of this. Challenges the cancel, but instead King's just gonna get the throw. We're gonna go out of the sky, come right back. Not sure where they went. It was a quick trip, but maybe we can ask Batman later as King stays poised, gets the anti-air up Batarang, and did he just say me? Like, did he just smile? Did he ask if he won? These kids, man, I don't know.
He said, it's okay. I got this, right?
You put a camera on people, and these type of things happen. But King, no question. If you had to make predictions, and if there was any guy who's a pre-release, for the sake of argument, favorite type, King is definitely in the conversation without question.
Absolutely. I mean, not only is he an Injustice 1 legacy player, but he's been an active, successful competitive player
Absolutely.
for so many years. Immense success in MKX. Just nonstop grinding it out. And, fundamentals from so many different fighting games carry over. Being good at one game is going to help you a lot with learning your next game. The hardest game to learn is the first one. That first fighting game that
Absolutely.
you learn, so hard to get the execution down, the muscle memory, but once you have it, you can just apply it to everything else. And Forever King is just dominating right now, and especially with how high I've been seeing Batman on all these tier lists. I know Forever King's not happy about that, but he's got a great shot.
All right, speaking of coming from other games, we have Jackal coming. Jackal, excuse me. He plays like 3 different games. I've seen him signing up, playing a little KI earlier, but here he is in the Injustice, super hype. Playing Darkside. I was able to get some casuals with him, so we'll get our first taste of the Omega Beams.
Omega Beams.
And that wild design, Darkside, just the god that he is, beams all everywhere, zigzag. You can't
avoid him.
That's just amazing design and a fantastic character to play. He feels great. And the people who play him, they love him. He's going to be going up against F3's Aya. Haven't seen him play just yet.
I feel like Darkseid's lasers, now it's going to be very weird. The first time you see them and experience them, it really blows your mind, but they're really just the high projectiles. The lasers go everywhere. It kind of seems like you can't avoid them, but all you have to do is just crouch block, and you will avoid them and slowly make your way in. So it seems like it's crazy, and it seems like it's broken visually, but
Absolutely.
it's not.
And that's a huge part of Injustice 2 with the movement. Coming from Mortal Kombat X, like NetherRealm has so many differences in the 2 flagship titles between MKX, Mortal Kombat, and Injustice. You can't approach them the same. Injustice requires, more patience, a high variety of slow down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because the movement, so fluid, you can get your dashes checked. People have quick projectiles, and it's easy to complain. But once you get the true beauty of the game, and you walk that zoner down to the corner, and it's party time, or you get close enough to get them to make the mistake. Defense is a huge part of mind games as well. And if you have someone who simply isn't going to just watch you shoot Omega Beams all day and you inch your way in, you can get them to teleport or make the mistake that you're looking for, and you capitalize and take advantage, man. It's a process.
Aquaman. fighters approaching Red Sun Prison.
And that's so beautiful. The pre-game taunts there. Aquaman stabbing Darkseid with the trident. Darkseid giving him a taste of the Omega Beams.
I think this is a real match.
Oh, absolutely. We're getting right into it. Wake up, Trident Rush. No one does that for fun. And a lot of patience right now. Omega Beams from the air, Omega Beams from the ground. Minions summoned. And Darkseid, so creative with his minions. You know, he can set up left, right, cross-up materials. There's a nice punish on the teleport. He has explosive minions, you know, overhead minion. Definitely has utility with his trait.
And I love the throw, switching the situation, putting Aquaman back in the corner, but Aquaman fights out, gets a full combo, and a nice conversion into the sweep into the mix-ups.
Man, wait a minute. A little ambiguous to start things off.
Did it hit left? Did it hit right? We don't know. Well, actually, now we know.
Yeah, shout out to the cross-up counter, but Aquaman putting in work right now. The king of Atlantis. Plus range, catches Jackal trying to press a button, and Aquaman is in full control right now. There's the overhead, doesn't meter burn, doesn't have the meter for it. And the desperation clash, this is literally, I'm going to die, but I don't want to just pack it up just yet. It's going to spend 3 bars, regain 30% of his health. Summons the minion, save.
He doesn't have too much space to work with here. He needs to apply pressure. He needs to go in on Aquaman right now.
All right, and there's the chop. He's going to spin the bar, get the full brutal combo damage. A nice air escape. Oh, and a nice setup, but the trait, the Water of Life, saving Aquaman from that combo opportunity. And Jackal gets the bait on the anti-air, chops him again, and a throw. Omega Beams to the face.
He's making this comeback. He's making this True Master comeback right after a clash, a very desperate clash, leaving him almost at nothing. And he goes down. He goes down, but I feel like in those last like 10, 15 seconds, he really figured out a lot about what to do in order to bait out Aquaman. He was jumping in, teleporting, punishing with a jump in 3. He was filling him out. I don't know if he's going to completely abandon Darkseid. I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, that first health bar was so rough. He probably contemplated it then. But seeing the way that Jackal adapted after the clash, he was pretty much in there. He baited the anti-airs. He was able to get the combo going, but, you know, Aquaman able to Water of Life and trait, you know, use his character power to escape certain danger. You think about it. In a first to 3 setting, you have the ability to change the character at least once. You'll get one more try to change back. And here we are, Jackal going with Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. All right. Decent optimal stuff there from Aya, just trying to walk his way down, and Jackal's going to go for the throw.
The audacity for him to just dash up after all that time of patient play and just go for the back throw.
That's the beauty of fighting games, man. If someone's blocking all day, you open up with a throw, and there you go. Getting the launcher off of that low kick into that launching uppercut. Jackal's able to deny Aquaman's escape of the trait, and wow, what a great conversion off that deep jump 3, going into the back 1-3. That low kick into the uppercut, such a great tool for Green Lantern.
Great shimmy by Aquaman to just get out of that throw range and just punish him with back 1-2.
Oh, and caught trying to press a button a little too slow. That utility, there's that string again, back 1-3 coming from Green Lantern, and this is a very different match. Jackal in control. The overcharged Lantern, wow. And Aya has no answer for this. Wakes up with the Trident Rush. It works out in his favor. But if that wasn't a desperation wake up, you can't tell me anything else.
Going for the full screen beam.
Yeah, the overcharged Lanterns. Green Lantern has the ability to place those where he wants on the screen. Has to choose between close, medium, and far in the anti-air. Goes for the throw. He's a little bit late the last game, looking for the MKX mechanic that does not exist anymore.
Whole game too late. Okay, he doesn't really have to worry about clash, just trying to stay away from that situation entirely. Very smart play.
Wow.
And a complete 180 from
Absolutely.
what we saw in the first match.
What a turnaround. Green Lantern, he feels like a man. Letting that minigun off, just, this is how you play this matchup.
No, it's a very great pick. Like you said before, it stops Aquaman's trade very, very well. If you don't trade up before that back one hits you, you're still going to get launched.
There you go, and right there. Trading up after that low scoop, which is full combo punishable on block. You use it to keep yourself safe. And great spacing just out of the range of the Trident, and Jackal, you know, giving Aya a lesson on space control right now. avoids the tentacle slam. Not that time. Decent 230 damage from full screen for a bar. Very utility and one of Aquaman's best tools, able to get damage from afar.
Great neutral jump by Aquaman, going to a full combo,
That was
taking out this
absolutely
bar.
sick.
That was smart. He did not neutral jump that entire time, except right in that perfect situation.
Yeah, he caught Jackal going for a jumping attack just outside of his range. Meets him with the jump in where he gets full damage, and here we go again, almost right on cue. Aya.
He's in his head, knows exactly when to do it.
Yeah, these men are going back and forth this early in the bracket. Who wants it more? Aquaman's gonna summon the lightning, you know, shine up the trident just a little bit and keep the willpower away as far as he can. Builds the wall, gets the conversion off of the air-to-air, doesn't spin the meter.
Well, he didn't need to. He was traded up, so any lift without meter burn will launch as long as it's not too deep into the combo.
Yeah, also a part of that Green Lantern character power, when the trait is active, he can control the speed of his projectile, either slow or fast. So he becomes, you know, great utility. And a nice punish. Catches Aya pressing buttons. This may go down to the wire. Goes for the full combo. No setup. Oh, and a whip punish.
Let's say he dropped it on purpose. Went for the
Will he
reset.
complete the combo? No, he goes for the double back three, which is unclashable damage. Keeping Aya honest as possible, does not want to give him the opportunity to clash. Walking back and forth, patience, the overcharged lantern, no punish, because you can't, it is safe, whip, and he's gonna get, he goes for the wall instead of the lift. Big mistake, can he recover? And no, the overcharged lantern is clashed. Aya's gonna have the meter advantage here, 3 bars to 1, bets 2, gets 25%. Jackal electing to keep his meter to stay in business for a big damage combo if he gets the touch.
Great push block at the perfect timing as soon as Aquaman spends his bar.
Oh, and he misses. Oh, and the last hit of the string wins. He's still alive. Jackal does not have the meter for a conversion, but he does have trait active if he can get the combo.
Oh,
and a nice check. That did not hit, so that cancel into the lantern character power is negative.
it is
Aya
negative.
going for the quick poke into the trident rush. 2 games to 1.
Looking for from the deep check or tentacle strike. Aquaman bullying his way in, pushing Green Lantern closer and closer to the corner.
Oh, and great active frames on that trident toss. You know,
Can't get up too early.
people get, you know, the mistake happens because the actual trident part passes over you, but the rest of the trident, you know, the staff still has a hitbox.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to just let the entire thing pass over you, just not the trident. And man,
But you can't wait too long because then your opponent can start moving a little bit too quicker. So once you got to find that nice sweet spot, that
yeah.
perfect timing.
And talking about moving quick, this has been a momentum-based set. And right now, Aya, I don't know what's in the water in Atlantis, but whatever it is, Aquaman is now supercharged, and he has a massive life lead over Jackal. This is going to be unclashable damage. Back 3 into the forward 3. Walks up on him, goes for the throw. Nice tech. And the whip punish, man. Aya walking down on set point, throws the trident. Whoa, and commits to the tentacle slam. The right read at the right time. And Jackal's going to disconnect his controller, and I'm pretty sure he is already off the stage.
I mean, look, in that situation, he had absolutely nothing to lose there. He had such an a great life lead.
Okay, he stayed on the stage. Respect. Respect. All right. All right, so what we saw in that set was a character switch, which I think you should have multiple characters.
Yeah.
You know, matchups are so wild and crazy, and sometimes just the nature of fighting games, one character can nullify what you're trying to do as far as in any offensive or defensive game plan goes. He switches to Green Lantern, and through that, we're going to have a quick replay for you guys. Check it out. All right, this is going back to Forever King and Burritos. The pressure right now. Burritos trying to stay alive, you know, at most, but just so much pressure from King. Runs into the batarang, and that was it there.
Nothing he can do. King's actually canceling from that back 2-3 string and just going straight into batarang.
Yeah, just too much there. So oppressive Batman is with his trait cancels and the EX batarang. Just so much pressure. And with a life deficit that low and not enough health to survive the blast, you know, Burritos looks for the forward dash, and that was that. All right, so stay and keep it locked right here. We'll have more of the Injustice Post Series coming up real soon. And we are back. Injustice Pro Series Premier Stop #1, Combo Breaker 2017. Coming up next, we have more crossover. We have LordKnight of anime god fame, the man who's been doing it up real big in anime games over the years.
Yep.
Taking his first fray into the Injustice world. He'll be going up against Mr.Skenandore. Both guys, well,
actually, LordKnight had a very, very good set play heavy Killer Frost in the very, very beginning
there you
of
go.
Injustice
All
1.
right, talk to me. Let me know. Well, right now we see Dr. Fate on the screen and Supergirl. We're good to go. Cancels the back 1-2 string into laser. Supergirl, such a high mobility character, so quick. And uses her utility to make things happen. Now, right now, Fate wants to zone and play out of range that he controls the space. One of the better advancing normals in the game is his shoulder. It's a forward 2, it's an advancing shoulder. He's filling the screen and the teleport.
Teleport by Supergirl, letting her get in on so many options against zoning.
All right, it's going to get the combo into the hard knockdown. Right on top for the mix-up. Cancels into the float, the double overhead. And LordKnight going for the optimal stuff. But Skenandore fighting back.
That was a perfectly timed flip out by LordKnight, knowing exactly when to do it so Supergirl would whiff.
Yeah, that's such a great thing. Seeing these, you know, so early people using new mechanics, you know, so wonderfully, escaping, you know, huge damage conversions or situations that would land them into post setups. That 2 bars, ever important. And Fate, oh, clean stuff there. Skenandore tried to place the healing orb behind him and backdash into it, but LordKnight having none of it. The Supergirl laser so fast and covering so much of the screen ever so quickly. Goes into the corner combo, drops it, but makes up for the damage with a throw.
Supergirl applying pressure, keeping Dr. Fate in the corner. He has nowhere to go, going for all these fancy, flashy combos. And I don't agree with that clash. I think it was a little too late into the combo. What do you feel about it?
More clash philosophy. I think if you're going to clash, just do it. If you wait too long, if the combo's almost over, the next time they hit you, they're not going to give you another chance to clash, so you have to take it. You know, late or
exactly.
not, I'd rather you take it late than not at all. But right now, Skenandore fighting back. Breath. Meter burns the ice breath to keep it safe. But LordKnight's going to dash up, get the throw. You know, compiling his damage piece by piece into the lasers.
I think LordKnight is whiffing out he's looking for a teleport, and Skenandore is just not giving it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, with such a huge life lead, there's no need to play super risky like that. And uses the EX on to push him out. Traits up. The dark magic is now active, but he doesn't watch his head.
That forward 3 is a little tricky looking.
It
throws you off when you see it the first few times. You're just kind of like, what is she doing? Oh, that's an overhead.
I wonder what the gods inside the helmet tell Fate when he gets stomped like that. Hey, block left, block light. Is it that simple? You know,
Block
is
high,
Supergirl
dummy.
changing Fate with her forward 3?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
We'll figure it out. Second game, trading projectiles now. Fate just tossing his little magic. Such a beautifully animated character, you know. He never touches you physically. It's all magical. And it's colorful and it's beautiful and it's getting opened up.
It is.
But he's looking good doing it.
Every time you see Fate teleport back and forth on the screen like that, that's actually his forward and back dash.
Yeah, he's not invincible during that. The animation simply makes him disappear, but he can be hit just like any normal dash in the game.
Just flashy. Just a flashy little thing for everyone to enjoy at home.
Absolutely. Now more magic's on the screen, tossing it 3 orbs at once. Meter burning. Summons the dark magic. More powerful now. Oh, and a whiff punish there is going to get the full damage, but doesn't go for anything.
Drops the combo and gets hit by the full screen teleport. Teleport's going to find you no matter where you are. Right next to Supergirl on the other side of the screen. Doesn't matter. And it can go into a full combo with Meter Burn.
Now Faye has summoned an Ankh around him. If he gets all 3 active, he can summon those on his opponent for a hit of unblockable damage. If he has all 3 and connects them all, then a magic pillar comes from the top, which can launch his opponent. Now, taking the time out to summon them, you know, you have to pick and choose your spots, but Skenandore clearly looking for the zoning. Just wants to keep Supergirl out. But there we go, the nice dash, catching the startup frames with the orb, and LordKnight's gonna tie it up as close as it can get for life bar purposes. Teleports instantly, EX doesn't want to be in the corner, drops the combo. All right, interrupts it, a huge gap in between that low kick and anything Supergirl's trying to do afterwards. Skenandore taking advantage, has LordKnight cornered, tries to escape with the teleport, instead rushes in the overhead magic slam. All right, pokes into the Unk, the slick stuff.
Back throw towards the corner, wants the position, goes for the forward 3.
Wow, with that forward 3 meeting him in the air. The gods in his head trying to tell him what's good, but instead patience is working out, and Dr. Fate close to taking this one.
He wants to keep his distance. He's looking for the teleport, but he
No!
doesn't punish.
And he gets the input error, summons the healing, or doesn't get much from it, and gives LordKnight a second chance at life.
Didn't matter.
It's okay. Drops a ton of dark magic right on Kara's head, and the greatest win pulls of life. You know, when I watch that, it makes me feel so enlightened. And I feel like a man who can do anything. Dr. Fate is just so beautiful, and that shining light letting me know that KP, it's going to be okay. Now, will it be okay for LordKnight? I'm not quite sure. This is why we play the game tied up at 1 game apiece. These guys exchanging blows, exchanging projectiles. We get them to exchange interactables. Slam the alligator. Slam the alligator. Well, not just yet.
Not giving it to us. Not giving it to us, but he does give us a punish this time, but he drops the end of it. Goes to full screen game. Nothing but zoning.
All right, no anti-air there. Is going to go for that string. The whiff punish from LordKnight doesn't commit, you know, for the breath. Elects to spin his meter and go for the meterless type using, you know, Kara's eye lasers, which also double S her trait. You watch the gauge closely at the bottom. You know, each eye laser taking a piece of that gauge. And if it's at full power, she can press her character button plus the meter burn to do this devastating, like, walking eye laser of death. And it's beautiful, and I love it.
And it's punch well.
For sure. All right, eye lasers keeping Fate at bay. And LordKnight seemingly wants to play the mid-range game. He's throwing all of his lasers at it just inside mid-screen as he gets the nice anti-air into the slam, deep into the ground.
LordKnight wants to take this first bar. He wants to set the momentum of the pace in his favor.
All right, this time he's going to meter burn it. Still working on Dr. Fate's first life bar. Goes for the cancel. There you go, the optimal stuff. Will it be enough to kill in this sequence? It does not, but instead gets the mix-up. He'll take it.
He'll take it, and unfortunately for LordKnight, he does not get the corner position. And Dr. Fate has all this real estate to work with. He does. He can move back, keep zoning, and just keep trying to bait out those teleports.
Yeah, what I'd like to see more from LordKnight, besides the teleports, take advantage. You know, Supergirl has an air dash. She has the, you know, suspension in flight. And her dash is pretty good as well. LordKnight just kind of walking it down and dealing with the magic toss from Fate. And all 3 Onks are active. Will he look to connect them for that pillar?
Oh, the dash of throw, and LordKnight reacting to it perfectly, teching the throw.
And again, he was looking for the throw. Instead, he got it first. Skenandore not doing much with the Onks. Orange sending them out for unblockable damage.
He's waiting for his opportunity.
Or he's going to summon the dark magic. Maybe he likes the dark magic variation where they create these little magic bombs on the ground that, you know, juggle your opponent. Either way it goes, he's going to have to do it quick. Only 2 connects, so no pillar there. A little bit of unblockable damage, but now LordKnight in control, gets the throw. This is going down to the wire. Meter burn forward 3, the cross up, the down 2 again. He's giving him an opportunity to clash. I don't like the decision, but gets the throw instead. And LordKnight, in a clutch situation, gets the throw. Fate is down on his knees. He's up 2 games to 1. Not quite happy with that, you know, shakes his head in disgust. But the victory, we take those.
Victory's all that matters at this point. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, right?
Exactly. A win is a win, baby. 1, you need a grand total of 3 to advance. And now here we go. Footsies, good spacing. LordKnight again with punishing. Hasn't quite figured out that's an overhead just yet.
Great pun, great teleport by Supergirl. Just trying to shut down the zoning. She has options. She has options to stop this.
All right, cancels into the ball goes. I don't know what he was looking for there. Maybe the shoulder on a read, but that punch is going to get teleported. Luckily for LordKnight, in the ability of punishing the teleport, Skenandore hasn't done much damage like ever. So LordKnight continues to teleport. You may say, oh wow, he's playing like a maniac, or you know, what's wrong with him? Until someone proves that they can hurt you for your mistakes, keep it up. Why not? That's the philosophy. And there you go. With punish on the poke, doesn't get the cancel into the ice breath for the extended combo, but all right, eye lasers. Tries to keep him out. Nice anti-air. This should be enough to kill, pending, you know, LordKnight keeping the combo safe. Oh, and the funky stuff. Big boot into the eye laser. Cross up forward 3. That flip kick gaining leverage over Dr. Fate's blocking decisions, opening him up time and time again.
Teleport out the gate, a very ballsy move.
Oh, and a nice air escape is going to get punished on his landing with the throw attempt, and LordKnight's just going to simply casually jump out of the corner.
Goes for the tombstone pile driver.
Absolutely. This time mixing it up. He's conditioned Mr.Skenandore to look for so many low attacks that when that kick into the scoop comes up, he simply wasn't ready for it. And now LordKnight firing on all cylinders. The clash is now gone. Skenandore is going to spin the bar, regain 15%, but now he has no means to break. He has no meter.
LordKnight's doing a great job of shutting down every single one of Dr. Fate's jumping attacks.
Yes.
Every time he's thinking about jumping, LordKnight is ready to just press down and uppercut.
And you saw there, Skenandore is trying to get the healing or about to find his way, you know, any type of comeback, but LordKnight immediately dashing in, and there you go, finally that air suspension with the dash to go over the magic balls and shoot a laser of his own in his defense.
Okay, we're starting to see signs of life. We're starting to see signs of a comeback.
What do you mean?
This
Don't
is
tell
happening.
me. Did he do this for dramatic value?
Can he?
Mr. Skenandore, dark magic out, more damage on all of his magic attacks. Oh, and the anti-air, and LordKnight's going to say, you know what, sir? No. Jumping is the one thing you shouldn't have done. And wait a minute, he's still alive. That was a free whip punish, but he didn't get much from it.
Can he do it? If he baits out one, never.
Laser's a little too fast. He went,
It's a little too quick.
you know, that startup on the huge orb way too slow, and LordKnight with the easy reaction as Devil May Spy, you know, Supergirl's in the background in Beat Sprite form in her all 8-bit glory. Supergirl wins. All right, Miguel. So, Fate, primarily known for his zoning and spacing tool. Skenandore tried to get it going, couldn't quite find his identity, I would say. I think he's still searching for exactly what he wants to do. You know, use the shoulder to keep LordKnight out a little bit. His on push just misplaced at times, but we saw LordKnight, fantastic anti-airs. You know, great mix-ups with the throw, good defense, you know, teching all of the throws, and it just prevailed, you know, piece by piece. His damage and mix-ups might have not been the best, but the optimization in his play is what got him the victory.
It was definitely the mindset that LordKnight could keep throughout that entire set.
Yes.
He was calm, collective, and towards the end, he just shut down every jumping attack every single time, and he was okay. I'm just
beautiful,
gonna
man.
Anti-air, anti-air, anti-air.
Thank fighting
wait
game
for my
gods
moment.
for anti-airs,
No,
please.
yeah, that's what you have to do. And again, like I was saying before, fundamentals carry over, and the ability to pick up on your opponent.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful thing. Next up, we have Zyphox, Zyphox, the doctor, who is currently a Florida boy, you know, residing in South Florida. Injustice 1 of fame, you know, he came up, he's a legacy guy. The Flash, you know,
He did a lot. He did a lot with creating a lot of tech for Flash in the
For
beginning.
sure.
And also he contributed a lot to all the downplaying of Flash in the beginning.
this is true, but he stuck with the character and the doctor. He was like, KP, can you spell my name? You know, and I was like, whoa, Mr. Hollywood, I know you're a guy like Flash, but then I spelled it for him, you know, Zyphox. And I felt good about it. So the doctor here, who's a guy who posts his tech, you can learn from him. He's willing to share and practice with anybody. He's going to be going up against Klimax, a man who's happy to be here. Big smiles, you know, pressing the buttons on his stick.
Oh, he's happy.
Yeah, we're going to get a Justice League battle here. Flash against the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan.
Another interesting thing about Zyphox and his many accomplishments, he is a EVO top 8 finalist for Mortal Kombat X the first year.
For sure. I mean, Zyphox is a guy who practiced and wears the chip on his shoulder, you know, harder than mostly everyone. If there's a list of guys who rock it and they have everything against them and they feel the world wants to hold them down, Zyphox is one of those guys who can rise to the occasion without question.
Begin.
All right. Goal starts with the back 3, and Zyphox caught trying to walk forward, gets clipped by that great normal from back 1, that sliding low attack. 300 damage.
Oh, and he finishes the string with the shoulder, checking Zyphox all the way back to the other side of the screen.
And getting nasty with it. The wake up Lancer's Mike. Klimax You know, starting a little early, going for the nasty stuff with no shame.
The down two after your negative frame, Zyphox could have easily went for a mix-up there.
Ooh, and the delay on the 4-3. Hold up, wait a minute. Maybe Klimax has the secret sauce, and he's just toying with us. That was a near perfect, with Zyphox only getting a single hit.
Oh, Zyphox not taking this lying down, giving him a combo of his own with the trait, slowing down time for the mere mortals.
With a nice cross-up, the dirty stuff, Zyphox fighting back. And just as quick as we talked about Klimax having the secret sauce, Zyphox answers back with a 10-second round, tying it up.
Run it back, Zyphox. No one does it better.
This is beautiful, man. You thought Klimax was running away with it as he takes the momentum here on the second life bar. And it breaks the armor.
Flashes fast. He can hit you twice very, very quickly.
Oh, when the EX Sonic Pound, what side did it hit on? Same side. Klimax not ready. Meets him on the air-to-air. Goes for the knockdown. This time low. And Zyphox forcing the clash.
This is fun. We'll be in a second.
All right, what is he going to do? 2 bars, gets 25% back.
Huge green punch right in his face. Overcharged Lancer into the low. Ball roll.
Rolling. All right, Zyphox jumping in with no regard for anything.
And not quite sure where he wanted to go with that combo direction. Great defense from Klimax, but uses the bomb on the interactable.
Oh, the empty jump low, but he doesn't finish it. Zyphox with the meter burn back three,
and nice
turning
read.
this completely around. Zyphox was absolutely dominating in that first bar, and he just, the mindset of him just, oh.
Hey, look at him, look at him. See, this is what happens when you put cameras on players and you talk about pro series. Everyone wants to make their mark. And Zyphox, with the quickest first round adaptation we've seen yet so far, knowing Klimax is going to wake up again under pressure, armors through the wake up and secures game one. Zyphox on point.
Zyphox falling slightly behind this one. He goes for the meter burn roll and the cross up down two. Didn't see it coming.
Hands on the other side. Nice mix up. No punish there on the lightning kick. That is now full combo punishable by the entire cast. And Zyphox still in control. It's the new combo here in the Speed Force. Oh, goes for the overhead. And man, Flash steamrolling Green Lanterns. Like once he gets that first touch, it's business time.
Absolutely. That's what it is with Flash. Just mix you up, keep you down.
Yeah, nice challenge on the counter there from Klimax. Goes for the back one slash under Flash's grab attempt, but instead Zyphox wakes up, gets him off. Meter burn roll to escape. Klimax trying to jump out, goes for the wake up again. The meaty low attack. Oh, and wait a minute, getting dirty with it. Oh, great air escape now. Klimax giving himself a chance at life.
James checks him with a down one, applying pressure, keeping Zyphox in the corner, but he's backing up. I don't like this. Goes for the bowling ball.
And I'd call that a victory in Klimax's favor. He gets Zyphox to spin the bar on the meter burn roll, and he's zoning him out, keeping him safe, and into the Speed Force, but connects. Waste of trade as well. And Green Lantern drops the combo and goes for the clash.
He can clash there. It's multiple hits, and for those of you who don't know, when Flash does have his trade active, he cannot block. He cannot block. That's why that back 1-2 did hit him, or back 1-3 did hit him.
However, he can duck that interactable at close range, and this time Zyphox won't drop the combo. The down two double up kicks, completing the set, 2 games to 0. Zyphox looking clean as Flash, dusting off his suit.
Begin.
All right, the lightning kick, and I think Zyphox knows that Klimax doesn't know he can punish it, but instead Klimax opens him up with the traditional way, gets that full combo to start.
Oh, jumps in but doesn't confirm into a full combo, just kind of goes for the reset into a throw.
Yeah, and Klimax playing extremely well, very poised.
He's very patient.
Yeah, once he gets hit the first time, Zyphox is kind of steamrolling him with the mix-ups, but as far as neutral is concerned, Green Lantern space is on point, gets the transition. We're going down to the bottom.
What a beautiful
Where the
animation.
core reactor is. No punish again, but instead checks him back one. Goes for the overhead this time. And here we go, Klimax with the spacing.
Zyphox is the throw. Is this the momentum shift that he needs?
It is not. He puts up the wall, and Star City is going to pay for it.
He runs right into it.
Oos. All right, and the meter burn kicks. Oos. Lightning kicks everywhere. Oh, goes for the slide. Zyphox getting a little fancy, mixing them up every time after a Speed Force combo. We've seen a different mix-up from Zyphox. Yes. They've all worked.
And he rolls out, but rolls out right into an overhead.
And deja vu here, so reminiscent of the first game where Klimax takes the first life bar with relative ease, and Zyphox making the comeback. One touch.
Zyphox looking for his way in.
All right, nice spacing. Goes for the Lancer's Lion. Gets the dash in. He's going to get the knockdown. Keeps close, builds the wall, pushes him away. Oh, no challenge on the cancel there. Zyphox afraid. And he's going to kick through the wall this time. The flash using that meter burn on the back three to armor his way through. And the transition. We're going back to the top, baby.
Big mistake not to clash at first down two. Didn't think he was going to lose this much damage. Now Zyphox can opt to just go for clashless damage, but he might not have a choice. He might have to do something.
Oh, and uses the gap to interactable his way out as we pay Superman a visit. Locked up in the background. He wants a piece of the action, but he has to watch it all. And the chip damage from that, and Zyphox takes it 3-0.
The wink by Zyphox.
These guys,
the camera
man.
loves him.
Are they playing their opponents? Or are they playing the chat? Are they playing the crowd? I have to ask them personally, but he did get the job done. That was a 3-0. He definitely deserves his wink at the camera as he advances, stays in the winner's bracket as we start to dwindle down piece by piece in this first set of brackets here at Combo Breaker. We got a long way to go and a lot of matches to be played.
And although that last match was a 3-0, it was definitely not a shutout by any means.
Not at all.
He played so well, especially coming out of the gate. Very good spatial awareness with the back one, which is Green Lantern's one of the most...
Definitely a go-to button.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. As Green Lantern players in their arsenal, it controls so much space. You can condition guys, to block low and go from there. But Zyphox just...
He was used to it. I mean, how long have we been dealing with back one range from Green Lantern?
It's a while.
It's a legacy. It's legacy knowledge carrying over.
But Zyphox definitely had a game plan. He wanted to play the space game until he got in and then mix up. And that is what the Flash does. He gets in, he steamrolls. He has to play neutral a little bit, but once he's in, it's the same Barry Allen we know and love. And Zyphox get the job done, you know, mixing his way to victory. Whoa.
All right, guys.
I don't know if
that picked up on the mic or not. We just got a really bad feedback in the back.
Oh my God. So that is the Flash running through the Speed Force, trying to reset the bracket as Zyphox goes for a second attempt to alter the timeline where he is already in grand finals against himself.
Good save.
Absolutely.
No, I lost my train of thought. Guys, thank you so much for watching Pro Series.
Yes.
Injustice 2 Pro Series brought to you by
PS4.
PlayStation 4.
What's up? We're good to go.
Hey.
Coming up next, Echo Fox's Scar in the building. The stars are coming out early. They are here far and wide throughout every piece of the bracket. And he's going to be going up against, and I love this, #FollowYourDreams.
Hashtag.
What a name. This man is a believer. He could potentially be the next Sonic Fox sitting here, and we don't even know it.
Hey,
But with a
anybody
name
could
such as #FollowYourDreams, I like to extend this invitation to everybody in the chat and those of you at home who think I might not be good enough, or you know, it's too far, or I can't afford it. You could plan. All of these majors are announced months in advance. Plan accordingly and get the experience. You never know until you try.
Yes.
Events are a fantastic experience. There's so much more than just playing in the tournament. You know, you get to meet all the guys, and everyone's so welcoming and approachable, especially in the NRS scene.
Absolutely.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. Take it one event at a time. And #FollowYourDreams. Gonna go Captain Cold. And Scar going with Superman. And the Wake Up Ice Wall. That seems to be a thing amongst our guys. We all want to wake up with walls.
Yeah. Just wake up with walls. Just
Yeah,
keep him
for
at
sure.
bay. No, Captain Cold's wake up wall is actually really, as soon as he starts the animation, the hitbox goes to the very top where the wall will be.
All right.
Scar with a great combo confirmation right here.
Captain Cold getting a taste of his own medicine, feeling what that ice does to you.
Charging up his trait.
Trying to get that gun to either level 2 or level 3. All right. And he's going to challenge Scar on the forward 2-3 breath. Get some projectiles out and a great anti-air from FollowYourDreams, not allowing Superman to simply dash his way in through the air. Great challenge and the scoop. Scar committing early. And a nice bait. He was looking for a throw reaction. That was super late from FollowYourDreams, but it came out either way, and Scar will definitely take the whip punish. Superman, such an impressive character in the corner.
And I think what Follow Your Dreams needs to do, he needs to hit him. Next time he gets him down, he needs to get out of the corner. Superman can bully you so hard with that forward 2 range.
And look at that massive damage. Look, 400 damage there. And Scar's cutting the combo short, going for the shimmy. And Follow Your Dreams is not going to clash. He's going to lay it down.
The forward 3 does hit him. Scar tries to backdash out of trouble, but it's just a little too slow.
All right, no, yeah, the laser is simply going to do the job there. Catches Follow Your Dreams, trying to charge that gun up. Wasn't quite able to get it to the level he wanted to or utilize Captain Cold's abilities from his character power. But the forward 1-2 gets the whiff punish now. Doesn't elect to spin the first bar he gains, but instead holds on to it, wakes up with the ice wall. Oh, and this time commits to it, but Scar, luckily for Follow Your Dreams, doesn't get a big punish. Nice anti-air, and Follow Your Dreams has proven that he's able to do this.
And Captain Cold's uppercut is a very, very great anti-air. Keeps his hurt box nice and low, and Scar bullying his way in with forward 2-3 pressure.
And great blocks there. Challenging the forward 2-3 breath pressure is Follow Your Dreams, but this time it's opened up a little too fancy, going for that low ice gun shot. All right, shoots the gun back. Finally, Cold's getting some work. Wakes up. The invincibility is going to go through the laser. And one of the best throw animations in the history. Oh my God, Captain Cold so slick with that ice gun.
Oh yes.
Blocks the laser. He's going to shoot the gun, and a nice anti-air again. Follow Your Dreams. Great defense, doing what Cold, excels at, keeping the distance. And right there, getting greedy with the jump in and getting exposed for it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing that Captain Cold does lack. He does lack very good range with his jump-in attacks. They're not terrible jump-in attacks. Just you can whiff them so easily, and you don't want to do that against a Superman.
Oh, and so slick. Scar expecting to wake up, starts his jump just outside of the range of the wall and dashes over it. Great spacing, fantastic read, and now Scar with the upper hand as Follow Your Dreams is forced to use his clash.
And I don't like the use of the clash so late into the combo. I feel like he could have saved it for his next one to not only get health back, but to also just stop a combo as soon as it starts. The damage was already done. He should have just counted his losses there and just waited for the next one.
All right, luckily an empty jump there. There's no trip guard. Kicks the wall out, shoots the gun. Death Sickle to try to stay safe. To keep Scar from advancing, he's going to whiff, gets the poke. And a lot of respect being shown right now. Wow, when commits to the string, he had to. Otherwise, Superman was going to eat him up for days with that forward, that cross swipe.
Oh, and that's a forward 2-3 punish from Scar, keeping him in the corner,
Oh,
bullying him.
Yeah, the shimmy, shake there. This should be enough to kill, but instead, Scar's going for the extra. Testing out his setups, after Superman does down one hit, he's at plus a billion frames.
A billion.
Yeah, so what Scar likes to do clearly is walk up and bait a throw, because most people are looking for a throw when you get that close. Going for the neutral jump, and it adjusts to throws have huge recovery frames if you whip them.
Yes.
So you have enough time to neutral jump, come down, and land a full combo. And Scar getting a lot of mileage out of that mix-up.
Again, another beautiful throw animation by Captain Cold.
Yep. Ice up, this time meets Scar air to air, goes for the huge string, forward 3, plus range. Scar's gonna backdash away, and this time the spacing is on point. Hits him with that cross swipe right in between the strings hits. Puts himself in the corner. Questionable decision, but luckily he's able to get the throw out.
Oh, it stops the Superman dive bomb.
All right, beats him air to air, no conversion. And Follow Your Dreams trying to get as much mileage out of this life ball as he can before he dies. Any hit will do it on hit or block. And wow, the ice wall
reactions?
using
What reactions?
the ability to cancel out the projectile with the EX.
Follow Your Dreams, just dodging left and right, up and down, going
Beautiful
all
stuff.
through this maze of lasers.
Oh man, and that's gonna be a punish. Doesn't hit confirm, instead just goes for it. Easy punish for Scar. Breath. Goes for the challenge a little too late on his button presses, but now he's going to die for it. Massive damage, 470 coming from Superman in the corner.
Scar looking to close this out. Is he going to give him an opportunity to clash and get some? Well, Scar, it does have the meter advantage, so even in a clash situation, he would just hurt him and just deplete the rest of his bar, leaving him only down to 1 pixel.
Yeah, just like that, Follow Your Dreams is going to follow his controller to the loser's bracket, where he tries to stay alive as Scar advances on.
How long were you thinking about that one?
I just thought of it
There's
right now.
no way.
It's true.
All right,
It
guys.
is.
So we got a replay for you from our last match with LordKnight. That
Yes.
was Supergirl and Dr. Fate. So check it out.
Yeah, the back three keeps him into the corner. This is the dirty stuff right here. He's going to drop the end of this combo and end in the flight. Now, what side does that hit on? You tell me, my man.
What side? What side? What side? And
Let's
it
take
is an
another
overhead.
look at it. I mean, here he goes. He whiffs.
What side?
Stop it.
Stop.
You are not blocking that. I don't care who you are. And there was no cross-up counter, so the game tells us it hit in front.
I want to say it hit in front, unless the game already thought that he was already on this side already, but
The mix-up is so dirty that no one knows. Maybe the gods in Fate head knows, but we'll find out as we ask him during this quick break.
Hey, the PlayStation locked up. Oh no, I'm just saying the PlayStation locked up.
Yeah, they're patching this game because it has bugs. Yeah, we already restarted it.
No, actually, this happens. I don't know if it's game specific or happens in Mortal Kombat as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so happens a lot when I play Mortal Kombat.
I've never had it happen where you're like switching users and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for watching Injustice Pro Series presented by PlayStation 4. I'm Darth Arma.
I'm Katana Prime, and they totally got you. And you know what I'm talking about. So it's all good. We're live, and the people are real, so we won't lie to them. And this is sick. This Joker gear, which we won't see because he's not playing Joker, so I'm disappointed.
No! Why? Why do you?
But
Why
it's
do you
okay.
get my hopes up?
Why? Now, this is an interesting matchup. We have Ivy, who wants to keep everyone out, being played by Coosco, who came from Texas, you know, of Sonya Blade variety, trying to extend his, you know, skills to the Injustice game set, going up against Cheetah, a character who has a pounce that can jump essentially full screen. Poison Ivy, not known for her anti-air ability, and Cheetah known to just smother her opponents with all type of mix-ups, command grabs, you know, quick scratches, a beautiful sweep that has, you know, great range.
And I feel like when she has her trait activated, it is sort of like the touch of death. The two hits will take out your bar.
Oh man, she gets so scary, and there we go. Coosco's gonna challenge her on that, you know, that pounce to jump in. Keeping him out, pokes.
Now the trait is active. He's either got to hold this or try to have the audacity to try to press buttons and move in.
Right, being patient, goes for the pounce from up top. That meter burn, you know, dive roll, looking to connect into a combo, but instead we're gonna trade pokes now. Coosco gets the confirm, passes up, a nice kiss. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, guys. What is this?
I mean, I love it. More and more. So Pukey's out now. I'm gonna ask Coosco what he named it. You know, that seems like a requirement.
Okay. Everyone's got their own.
You need a personalized name.
I see.
For
Like
your
Solid
night
Straight?
Yeah, for your nightshade. So, whoa, and the same idea, meter burn, you know, wall bounce combos coming from each of them. Another kiss for the restand, and no kiss, a slap. One kiss is all you get. All right, here we go into the slam. Goes for the forward 3+ frames, dives up, spins the bar.
Pounds. What are we going to see? The mix-up after this?
A lot of scratching now into the corner. Both guys jumping out immediately. And Poison Ivy's going to jab her way in. One more kiss for the people at home. How long before we consider them dating?
I think 2 more dates.
Okay, I'm with you. Right now, having fun as friends.
Pouncing. Like you said, Poison Ivy with not too many great anti-air options.
All right, and that didn't look too friendly. Oh, and the dive over. Beautiful little cross kick from Ivy. Coosco in the corner doesn't spin the bar to extend, but instead goes for the bark skin, looking for the defensive buff, taking less damage.
Poison Ivy in complete control, screen position-wise, life-wise, just this is it. This is wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're talking about you need the greatest comeback of all time. If Honeybee's out there, maybe we can teleport him out. As we know, he's making great comebacks unbelievably.
That
with his
comeback,
unbelievably.
that
With his,
comeback
yeah,
went
that's going viral.
super viral, super fast.
Absolutely.
I retweeted it like twice.
All right.
So that was a very dominating performance, and Poison Ivy was just in control, 100%. Even though Cheetah does have those the pouncing options, it just wasn't enough. He didn't capitalize enough. He dropped a few combos once he did get those hits.
And Rip Torn playing no more games.
No more games.
Black
We're going
Adam.
serious.
Yes.
With Black Adam.
He wants to do big boy damage when he gets a touch. And oh my God, that gear is so sick. Excuse us for being fangirls. It's just such a great gameplay design. Gear is so disgustingly awesome.
We're definitely not alone.
Black Adam looking like the champion. Like, he deserves to win right now. Play good if you look good, and nothing looks better than Adam right now.
Now, Poison Ivy's trait that is assisting her with the full screen damage or the full screen presence does go away once she gets hit.
Yes.
So, you know, Black Adam looking for that stray hit and just did not get it.
Yeah, but instead, Coosco's going to outspace him here. Spins the meter, a second bar on the kiss for the restand. Into the corner we go. Giving him the Kung Fu Kennys. Stabbing him with those poisons. Just, it's so demoralizing. You get hit so many times, you know, Poison Ivy using her friends to do the dirty work. And the green, keeping Black Adam locked down. And wait a minute, just as I say it, right out of the corner, jazz hands, nothing doing, but safe option either way it goes. Jumps in, whiffs the dive kick.
I like the throw. I wish it was a back throw just to change the position, put Black Adam up against the corner, and buy himself a little bit more real estate.
Yeah,
but it'll do.
Great challenge there from Coosco, going for his down 2 attack, which crouched under the first hit of that advancing mid from Black Adam, a high attack, excuse me. And another kiss. Poison Ivy just getting around the DC Universe, doing what she has to do in order to help Coosco advance.
I mean, this is nothing new. That is Poison Ivy, and that's what I love about this game. I feel like it captures these characters so well with their moveset, their sayings, everything, their flash quotes.
For sure. Definitely the complete package from everywhere when it comes to these characters. So beautifully animated. The move sets. Yeah, Poison Ivy, just look at her. She is Poison Ivy. There's no question there. Challenging the trait. Not quite a win button, but Coosco building up damage through throws.
Coosco has a lot of nerve to double down 1 on block.
Yeah, he does, but that's okay because he gets the job done. And no kiss this time. A slap for your troubles. 2 games to 0. Young Coosco.
Poison
That's
Ivy
the
wins.
queen of the green.
What I feel like I wasn't seeing a lot with that Black Adam is not enough with punishing with this new string. The new string, the high overhead. And just not enough down 1. Black Adam's down 1 into Jazz hands. Incredible tool, and especially when you don't know exactly what to do. You're just kind of like feeling it out. Just you can throw it out there.
Yeah, so we got Rip Torn with his hand on his chin. Maybe he's in deep contemplation, trying to figure out what went wrong. He has 1 game to do so right now, or he'd be looking at a quick 3-0.
Okay, great blocks, great patience, trying to just slowly move in.
Yeah, different Rip Torn we've seen so far. Taking his time, forward dash there, spacing.
There we go, a little bit calm, presence of mind, but he does lose it slightly here. Now let's see if he can fight back and just not be completely demoralized by this very slow combo.
Yeah, with Poison Ivy, you have to watch her in the mid-range. Her forward 3, her, universal overhead that everyone has. She can extend the direct, the length by holding forward, and it goes about half screen.
It's a very, very long overhead. Not super fast, but it has great range.
And a nice whip punish there on the poke there. Coosco with the dash forward, gets the continuation, spins another bar on the kiss. Yeah, and the little kung fu chops. Letting Black Adam know Poison Ivy has a little bit of training.
Now Rip Torn, although he did lose the bar first, I feel like he's playing a lot better, a lot more patient this round. He can make this comeback, and he can keep the momentum going to reverse 3-0.
Yeah, especially Black Adam, so explosive, getting upwards of 450 damage off of any touch, as long as he has a trait at his disposal. Oh, and so unfortunate. He's gonna jump over Ivy, and the wake up command grab, another kiss for your troubles.
Okay, opts to use this clash, the 1 clash he gets.
My appeal is universal.
Has the meter, but Poison Ivy opts not to use it. Letting him get 15% back depends which one you prefer. Stop your opponent from getting 15% back or holding onto a bar for resources.
Oh, and that forward 3, I talked about it. There's that range. Catching Black Adam as he tries to jump. Not sure what he was going for, but it doesn't matter as Coosco is all over Rip Torn right now. Closing in on a 3-0 victory and advancing here. 4+ frames into the sweep, and this is all but over. Coosco. Another overhead chop kick and the beautiful Poison Ivy skin.
Poison Ivy wins.
On top of the throne, the green has been protected. And the defender of conduct has a defender's tournament life as he fights his way through this brutal losers bracket. Can you imagine how hard it's going to be if you lose this early?
If you lose early, you have to play so many matches and
such
losers.
a wall to climb through so many talented players. It is going to be ridiculous. The bloodbath is set up, but coming up next, we have Gur. We saw him earlier today in the auction tournament playing Bane. Expecting to see Bane here again. Venom, management, some, unblockable stuff, a command grabber too. Bane bombs, uppercuts, RKOs out of nowhere. You name it. Tombstone pile drivers, choke slams. I'm hype. I am hype.
So you are hype, but Gur has expressed that he feels like Bane has a lot of losing matchups. So he might pick a character that's going to really, really make you and everyone at home a little less hype. He usually goes to Deadshot if he has a problematic matchup with Bane.
Okay, well,
so get ready to hate him.
We need to go to the powers that be and form a downplaying council.
Okay.
Or talk to those legends before who regulated those things. You know, people will catch the drift, but we need to figure it out about Bane. It's a little too early. I think it's too early to say Bane is bad, but either way it goes, this is tournament time. It doesn't matter your opinion. The only thing that matters are wins and losses. What are you going to play? How are you going to react?
Just press
Very true. I mean, I think Bane is still very good. Down one, you just bully anyone with down one. It's so advantageous on block, on hit, and you just gotta have to kind of. I think Bane players are a little upset because they had it. Oh man, I feel bad saying this, but I feel like they had it a little too easy before. Now, you know, one option isn't going to cover multiple things or that your opponent can do.
Okay, can we talk really about this Bane mask? I'm sorry, Miguel, but do you see this gear? I'm such a little fangirl right now. Like, I'm so hyped. Now I want to build my Bane up to level 20 and have a chance to get this, because that has to be epic.
That is epic.
And Selena Kyle, just look at this. It's beautiful. I'm so like,
Begin.
We love it. Thank you so much, NRS, and shout outs to Warner Brothers. And we're going into this. This is a match, not a button check. And Selena Kyle getting off to a great start, but goes for the cat scratch and gets full combo punished.
For sure. All right, and DP's right through it, expecting the command grab, calling Gur's bluff. And this is going to be a matchup of reads. And Gur this time going to level 3, gets the background bounce, stop it. 500 damage on a dropped combo. Unbelievable. All right, the bulk of this is going to come. Now he's in debuff. Bane does way less damage, moves slower, but he's still going to stay on the attack. 5 hits for less than 100 damage, but Gur showing he's not afraid, fighting in debuff.
Not afraid to just do it. Going for the elbow drop. Doesn't find Selena at home. She's gone, but the charge closes it out.
And Bane is so scary. Chief saw the startup of the charge, and he got so afraid that he paused. You know, like a kid, their biggest fear in front of him, tried to jump out too late and got eaten alive by the charge. Wow, low and double lows, and to the people's elbow, the drop is unblockable.
And Bane Venom is on deck.
Oh man, in the meaty super.
Nothing he could have done about that. Whether he armored out, maybe he could have supered. And did it do that much chip damage?
Did it do that much chip? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He went to level 3. He went to level 3 before he did it, and just stomped the ground.
I think we need to hit the practice mode on that one, because if that does that much chip, my God, what a closeout tool.
Charm would have dazzled them.
No, let's keep downplaying. I feel like Gur told him to wait for the intros, which I love. The intros in this game are amazing.
Fantastic. And you know, just talking about the intros, being able to rewrite all of that and have so much information. Even with the same of redesigning the characters in a different light, where you can feel at home if you played them before, but it's still so new that you have to learn it. That's a great way to bring back characters and not make it feel like a copy and paste style. Big kudos to NRS for that.
Gur with the right reads every single time. I feel like Catwoman just, keeps waking up, keeps doing anything but block, because he's so afraid of the command grab. Yeah. So afraid.
But one thing that hasn't changed, the amount of damage that Bane does when that Venom is active, now has access to it. 1 bar now. Goes for the air slam. My goodness.
Look at the damage.
430 damage out of nowhere. Back into the corner. The people's elbow drop. And again, the super slam. My God. And the armor to go through. The amazing punch coming from Bane. Breaking through Catwoman's armor and through Chief's spirit all at the same time. Gur, so demoralizing that he skipped the intros this time. And Chief is like, you know what? I've had enough.
Not only does Bane do so much damage when Venom is active, the Oki and the situation that he gets after, the hard knockdowns, it's devastating. Especially in this game, I feel like they generally took out almost all hard knockdowns.
Oh my God, he spins the bar on the meter burn, bounce cancel, doesn't get the combo, but instead gets the Bane bomb, planting Selena into the dirt. Gorilla City, not quite what they were looking for in terms of like tours. They have all these great exhibits. You got the cute hippo in the back. You have the nice bull and the elephant. You're supposed to bring your family here. It's okay. But apparently Bane wasn't okay with the family trips, and instead is planting women into the ground. armor's through, elbows back on top. No exhibit for you, Selena. We're just going to punch like maniacs, and they're swinging. This is a slugfest.
Left and right, up and down, everywhere, just missing everything. And Selena Kyle not capitalizing on this very long withdrawal of Bane from this Venom. You don't juice up, kids. It doesn't end well.
All right, and the Bane bomb, slam into the RKO backwards. Goes for the overhead. All right, get something going. A little, too little, too late. Nice combo, beautiful animated trait there. And Bane's gonna get ready, pokes, and the big jump. Oh my God, he's using all of the strings.
Dominating performance by Gur, straight out of Brooklyn.
So I guess next time when we bring the kids, we have to.
No zoo.
We'll
We're
call
not going.
Gorilla Grodd ahead of time and see if the, tour is open. Apparently, Gorilla City not too friendly right now. There's a wild madman with venom tubes running around who didn't like Selena's family trip. I'm not sure where Batman was. Maybe he left. Maybe Robin was supposed to join, but he's having daddy issues, so he's hanging with Superman. But yeah.
I mean, even if you go, I don't think there's much of an exhibit to see. Gur went for every single interactable in the house.
Just demolishing everything. How are you supposed to preserve and Gorilla City have enough income to keep things going for the society to be funded? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Very inconsiderate of Bane. Very inconsiderate.
Very inconsiderate. We need to talk to Gur because clearly he doesn't care about the economy in the Injustice 2 world. Do you really want Superman to come and just stop this? Because he can't.
He can, but he won't.
Okay. So.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
He does. Coming up next. And it's about to get saucy.
Ooh.
Winners final.
NorCal's finest?
One of NorCal's finest.
One of NorCal's finest.
Winners finals for Pool C1. We will see Forever King once more. And he's going up against the man who came all the way from the West Coast, DaddyDab.
DaddyDab in Forever King's home region. He is Midwest.
That
definitely.
is a smooth man right there. Look at DaddyDab. Put the camera on him. You know he's going to feel himself a little bit. Will we see Darkseid? Will we see Superman? Will we see Aquaman? Dab has a stable of characters he can use at any moment. And King probably tweeting or something like that. It's not like you're in winners finals, but we got you.
Out of all the characters that Dab has played in Injustice 1, I was the biggest fan of his Superman. His Superman was absolutely incredible. Even post-patch Superman with the reads, watching him take down Jupiter, the best Martian Manhunter in the business, was shocking and devastating at EVO. Do you remember that?
It's ridiculous. I mean,
how did he do it? How did he do it? He knew everything about that matchup.
We'll figure out what these two know about each other as King. The gentlemanly gesture, lending his sync cable to DaddyDab. And as these guys smart and beforehand desyncing the controllers, props to them to make sure you don't do this in tournament form. And I'm expecting Batman from King, no questions.
I mean, I guess for certain matchups he might go Black Adam, or is that only when he's desperate and losing a Sonic Fox?
Oh, we haven't seen that yet. It's a brand new series. It's the first big major for Injustice 2, and we don't know. That's the beauty of it. That's why we play the game. And both of these men are ready. King taking his cord back. Okay, that's enough. You asked to borrow it, and I'll give it back. I need my powers.
We're going Aquaman versus Batman? Aquaman versus Batman. Now, I feel like this matchup has changed a lot.
Fighters approaching the
Excuse me while
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
It's please. Oh. I'm gonna turn on my PS4 now and start playing Multiverse and get some more mother boxes. And I'm gonna start a guild.
You're gonna start a guild?
I'll start a guild, and we can people join my guild, and we'll just get mother boxes and just have all the gear for sure.
I'm on board if you are.
Awesome. All right, a friendly handshake. It might be the last one we see into the Joker's Playground. The bats are active. Now, the special thing about Joker's Playground, besides the music, all of the interactables in this stage are unblockable. The barrels.
Very good note.
Absolutely. All right, and Aquaman's going to get the first hit. Tries the anti-air a little late on it. Dunks the Batarang. a lot of patience right now. Checks him with the tentacle stab. Jumps over the bat.
Oh, great whiff punish by Forever King.
Well, wait a minute, try to rush, try to do the little DaddyDab dance backwards, but King was able to get the punish. Dab still in control. 480 damage.
Oh, he knows it!
And we saw King pull that trick a little earlier. Dab, a little bit more seasoned player looking for the gimmicks, and King getting punished for his actions. Nice block on the cross-up bat, and Dab making all the right decisions, sticking to a neutral game, not jumping, wants an anti-air, and keep King out.
Oh, and the great presence of mind by Dab, seeing the interactable coming. And you're right, when you're on a stage where the interactables are unblockable, you better believe that your opponent's more likely to go for them.
Yeah, and it's so, there's such differences. With the gadget characters, they take the barrel and roll it. So Dab, with that knowledge of Batman, is able to jump over and get the full combo punish, where power characters pick it up with one hand and toss it airborne, so you duck it up close. It's just small little intricacies that you need to be aware of for each character and the levels you're playing on. All adds up to high level mindset.
And that all comes with time, people. You got to do your research and you got to put in your time.
All right now, King has noticed that Dab is anti-airing with the tentacle stab when he jumps from full screen, so he cancels into Batman's double jump. And
Great punish by King. Forward 2-3 range, knows exactly where it is.
Oh, and King is adapting right now. It's the cross up, but Dab defense still on point. And this time, Dab looking for the parry once more. King with the awareness, knowing that Dab, the read on top of the read.
And that's a second roll from Forever King. He doesn't have access to Clash, and he understands that these batarangs are going to build him so much bar. But Forever King down to almost no life, where soon roll out is not going to be an option for him.
Oh, and meter burns through the read from King. Nice reaction. Dab is going to clash immediately. He wants to get pushed back. Full screen away. Both guys can spin a bar. All right, using the chip damage. And is King going to go for it again? He does. He risked it all.
The recklessness.
It all on a cape parry.
I mean, you know what it is? When you're at negative frame advantage, you know, that's when your opponent's more likely to press a button. But I don't agree on doing that against Aquaman, because although back 1-2 is not the fastest string, or the fastest starting string, it's most Aquaman players' go-to string, because it's going to lead into a string that can be canceled into Trident Rush, or a string that's going to leave you +2 or 3 for no reason.
Absolutely. And now Forever King getting, as you know, a little coaching in between matches for his minute with his little brother, Forever King Jr., who still is somehow 15 years old after these 4 years. Unbelievable.
He must have been born on leap year.
Yeah, he's drinking that Atlantis water. So going down right now, walking him down, throws the wheelchair, and a punish on the from the deep, going to Black Adam, making the switch. King trying to play the same patient game as Dab as he walks his way back with a hand on the chin. Black Adam thinking, how am I going to body this fool?
Just like a god would.
All right, the low lightning is the god's first choice, trying to keep Aquaman out. And look at this patience from both players. No one wanting to risk anything. This is beautiful.
Forever King looking for any kind of whiff punish. That's usually his game. He tries to dash in, and Dab is all over it, reacting with a down one check, keeping King in the corner. Can King get out?
Gets the jump in punch now, down one into the Trident Rush. King is not going to push block, instead save this 1 bar meter for a meter burn forward 3. Now he's in business, the first true combo of the match. And back to the slow stuff. Black Adam just walking back. I am a god.
How did Dab do this? He knew exactly. He reacted to the hand going up, knew just when to jump in, and look at this damage. He's got Forever King up against the wall, and King just jumps out somehow.
Yeah, and King got caught putting his hand in the cookie jar, trying to poke after Aquaman's plus frames. Dab trading up in between the down one into the dash hands and poking, you know, with that reversal 6 frames down one of his own. Aquaman, one of the quickest pokes in the game.
Quickest and longest.
For sure. All right, off the background bounce, max damage. And King flashing at the end of the combo. I know how you feel about it, Miguel.
I feel so horrible about that. I think it might have been a mistake.
All right, we'll see what happens. The water shield is up to negate the lightning. It should probably cook Aquaman since he's a fish, but that's okay. He's a special one. Plus frames, taking advantage. King playing patient and defensively, letting the string loop again.
Dab trying to bait something out with that switch stance, trying to get King to bite.
Good anti-air there, blocks the entirety of the string, and King's gonna challenge. Poke into Jazz hands. A nice lightning strike for the underwater King.
King
Man.
checking Dab full screen, trying to get Dab to do anything. The thing with the full screen game between these two characters is you don't want to be the first to either do cloud or from the deep.
And that bounce cancel off the overhead into the anti-air. This should spell death. King coming up off of the 2 bars from the air escape. Will it be enough? Doesn't have, yeah, the plus frames from that.
Nothing King could have done there.
Meter burn 4-3. DaddyDab up top. 2 games to 0. Whoever King stays with, he's stuck with, and Black Adam is that man. Contemplates, throws the wheelchair, tosses a lightning bolt after, and we're going back to the corner. Black Adam, here for his potty training, throws the toilet seat instead. I guess they don't use toilets in Kondak.
Gods don't.
Yeah, makes sense. All right,
Dab getting it going. Whiff punishing. Dab is all over this with the amazing spacing. Knows exactly where his buttons are going to reach and where King's buttons are going to whip.
Yo, this is dominating. DaddyDab right now on a clear trek to the winner's portion out of pools. And how fitting that he'd use Aquaman to escape.
No swimmies required.
Not at all. Aquaman cannot drown. It is impossible. Wake up, Trident Rush. A huge chunk of damage. 200 off of that one move alone, and King is forced to clash, this time early in the combo. But man, he's definitely on life support.
He is on life support. He's going to get 25% back. He can make this comeback, though. King is definitely not a player to be counted out in a tough situation. We've seen Forever King clutch it out in so many moments in the Injustice 1 and MKX history.
Yeah, well, looking for Black Adam's Lightning to work as a defibrillator on his winner's tournament life. King simply walking back, traits up.
Oh, the trait wasn't enough.
Trident Rush did not get the kill, but the reversal lightning hands enough to finally get Dab on his second life bar, where King can finally make some true progress.
Oh, Dab realizing exactly where that interactable reaches, just right at his feet. Great block by King. Doesn't press a button there.
Using the plus frames in King's condition, looking for the Trident Rush instead. Dab's mixing it up.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
And wake up, Trident Rush, because why not? Everything is working. Dab with the delay. King with the 4-3 right back at you. And he's even things up in life. Dab still has access to a clash, but I don't think King's going to give him the opportunity to use it.
He's definitely not. He's going to close this out. He wants to buy himself some real estate. Looking for Dab to just overreach when he shouldn't be.
And look at this walk down. This has got like the level of respect for both players right now. And Dab forced the clash. He's only going to regain 15%. King now has the life lead. What a comeback. Wow.
Nothing. He'd rather have it for the resources.
And is it enough? It does. Keeps him down. About even life. King has one access of bar meter. And the meter burn 4-3. And King is going to make the comeback.
Do not count out King. We've seen it time and time again.
Unbelievable. All I know, I saw a start. King tossed the toilet. He died. I guess Aquaman wasn't really fond of King wasting the water bill money like that. So he punished him for it. But then King fought back and he said, you know what, my man? It's 3 out of 5.
It is 3 out of 5.
And until my life bar is gone, it is not over. King showing fantastic resolve and clutch to make that comeback.
Now, Dab is in a very dangerous situation here. He seems to be getting a little overzealous. He's attacking way too much, not being patient. And King is taking advantage of that. He knows it. He knows you want to come to me. You want to finish this.
All right, and now Forever King. Oh, how the tables have turned. Dab now getting the anti-air, doesn't spin the meter. He's going to walk him down, still respecting each other's space quite well. And this time he challenges. He said, I've had enough of you taking advantage of your plus frames to do something extra that's not really jailing.
And the change of pace, look how much health King still has on that first bar. Dab was in complete control in the first 3 games.
Yeah, well, let's not count Dab out. Just as sure as King made the comeback on him, I have no doubt in my mind that Dab could run that back in reverse. The walk down into the meter burn roll.
He knew it. He knew he was going for the interactable, but unfortunately for Dab, he was facing the wrong way.
All right, traits up because he didn't spin the meter to keep the Trident Rush safe. But Forever King did not challenge. Here we go, plus frames. After it, gets the throw. Still in control now. Dab whittling down at King's life. Overhead. And a punish.
Great punish by Forever King. Great awareness and another great whiff punish. Looking for someone up there, but no one was home.
Dashing in, dab, meter burn roll, catches King before he presses the button. Great poke out of the recovery. Dab on his toes, and just like that, we're getting closer and closer. King using the meter burn roll for a more defensive purpose this time, trying to escape the corner.
Great trade by Dab. Knew exactly he was right when he was about to get punished, and just got out of that situation entirely.
Oh, man, these guys so smart right now, so patient, and a great display of defense. Doesn't block the overhead, instead eats it. Good chunk of damage. It all matters at this point.
Dab looking for his opening. Forever King with the meter burn forward 3. Dab
Great
does not
empty
bite.
jump. Yep, Dab baited it, excuse me. And kept King right where he wants him, walking him down, trying to bait out something. Taking their time, patience. Goes for the overhead whiffs.
The tension between these two
right
players.
now is so tight. This time, uses the frame trap for the right purpose. Goes for the down one into the Trident Clash.
How did it hit him?
The power of Zeus, all right? And Poseidon and all the gods and Aquaman himself with that Trident.
How did it hit him? The meter burn forward 3, it went past him.
And again, the empty jump. Wow, and
Was that a
Dab.
punish?
So smart. So smart. What is going down? Down to the wire. Armor, hold me, please. Oh my God, he's dashing up back into the corner. He whiffs, and this is going to be a transition. Will it be enough to kill?
I don't think so. A big change in Injustice 2 is that transitions do a lot less damage.
All right, well, the elevators at Arkham, sending him out to the front. Wakes up with the low lightning. Unbelievable. The trade is on. Dive kicks his way in. And
does it.
Forever King ties it up at 2 games apiece. Beating on his chest. The Forever King signature.
Feeling himself.
What is actually happening right now?
He's feeling himself. He's turned the tides completely to his favor.
Oh,
The
my
tides.
God. We're talking about
Aquaman could not stop the tides from turning into King's favors.
Dab was up 2-0. A wild, huge life bar and a half lead.
Fighters approaching Metropolis.
Superman. I love Dab Superman.
All right, King's flexing on him right now. I don't know if that helps his gameplay, but Dab with a neck crack and a switch to Superman. Going to fight power with power. Superman's so sick. His gold on his shaders is so beautiful. All right, into the trait, King challenging it. Nice reaction. Whoa, and that was this close to death right now. Lasers out, and we're going to see different matchups. Superman, not as defensive as Aquaman. You know, he can play the spacing game with his lasers and eye lasers.
No, but he's definitely an aggressive character.
For sure. He wants to get in your face, mix you up. Oh, and the dive kick. Nice conversion from Forever King. And just like that, 400 damage off an air-to-air attack. And the whip punish. And Arma.
I'm not sure what that was. What was that? Was that forward 2-3 just a little too early? And he just got the forward 3? No reason to do it from that far. And Forever King trading up so he doesn't get hit by that meter burn back 3.
And we've seen this time and time again, man. Players just does not look the same. The shimmy there, Dab trying to figure it out desperately. Opened up, and the bounce cancel from King into the clash. Dab is in extreme danger right now.
Dab was in a dangerous situation when he let King come back. It's really, really hard to break that mindset. Oh my God, I had it. I had the match. I had the set, and you just lost it.
Oh, wow, and what a conversion. This is all but other. Dab escapes in the unblockable, you know, cement toss as they're doing work on the Metropolis. It's over.
Guys, we need to see that comeback.
It's over.
That life bar deficit that Dab had in Game 3. We need to see this if there's going to be a replay. That is absolutely insane. King did everything right, and it went down to the wire at the end. Okay.
That is amazing. That is Forever King throwing down the gauntlet, letting people know what he's capable of. There's no other way to explain it. King took what little bit of life he had left and turned it into this forward momentum that would not be stopped. And Black Adam and the power of conduct and all this lightning and his trait and everything, just unbelievable. As we get into this replay of Gur, talking about complete power and control. Gur just mixing big punches, overhead slams, Bane bombs, just everything.
Venom
no,
and
Selena,
armor on
you will
everything.
not. Yeah, you will not leave out of nowhere into the corner. The big people's elbow into the brain buster, just ridiculous. And a big boy punch for good measure, trying to catch her escape. The exhibit at Gorilla City is closed. We will see you next week. That's how Bane said. Bane is like, look, man, it's 5 o'clock. I'm supposed to be off. Tell Gorilla Grodd I'm not doing this overtime. You can't pay me enough. Selena Kyle's like one of those scumbags who came at 4:58 saying, you know, I want a tour.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah, and Bane wasn't happy with it. So just as quick as Bane sent Selena Kyle home, no exhibits at Gorilla City, we're going to tell you to hold on just a bit. It's not over. It's almost 5 o'clock in our world. Stick with us. More of the ICS coming up. See you in a bit.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching the Injustice Pro Series. I'm joined by community specialist Tyler Lansdowne.
I'm excited to be here to do some commentary. I'm not exactly known for my commentary or gameplay.
You're the community specialist.
But I'm here to help specialize the community.
Oh, that's
we got
true.
some good matches coming up, though. I'm very excited. We got a Chicago guy coming up on playing here soon, Mr. GGA Jeremiah. So we're going to see some of that. We got a lot of good matches. I'm excited to be here with you, Darth Armin.
I'm excited to be here with you, Tyler. This is a dream of mine.
Really?
Yes. Just watched you so many times on stream, rooting for you to just beat the living snot out of Derek every week.
Never quite worked out, did it? I will mention I did 3-0 him last week, though.
But I was always cheering for you.
Thank you. It's a fun, friendly rivalry at work. I'd like to win more than I do, but stream nerves are a real thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Stream nerves, tournament nerves. There's a lot of great tournament players that hate playing on stream.
I've heard about this. So GGA Jeremiah is the sweetheart of America, they like to call him over at GGA because of his wonderful jovial personality. Let's see how he handles Green Lantern today.
Yeah, well, right now Jeremiah is off to a great start, but he does get lifted. No completion from Green Lantern though.
Maybe dropping the character power a little early with Aquaman there, but going in for the Trident Rush. Good backdash from Green Lantern.
And our names aren't right on the screen, but Jeremiah is sporting Aquaman. Okay, there we go. We got the names right.
Really good round for Jeremiah there.
Okay, going for the full screen presence of the low bowling ball.
Now with the life lead, Jeremiah can really try to hang back as much as he can here. I mean obviously Lantern's going to try to come in, but he's going to try to keep him out as much as he can.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when you have a tentacle strike that hits you anywhere on the screen, and as high as it goes, you really, really need to take your time going in on Aquaman when you don't have a life lead.
Going to get a little bit more back here, though.
Oh, I love the use of the overhead. Doesn't quite finish the combo. Jeremiah Trident rushes out of danger.
That overhead is not used as much as I expected to.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like it has a big tell.
Right.
Because it is a second hit of a string. Jeremiah, great presence of mind, walking back, letting Green Lantern hang himself by whiffing. Jeremiah closes out very convincingly.
And no clash at all there at the end.
Yeah, no, he just laid
Did
down.
I miss the clash earlier?
I think we missed it I think we did miss a clash.
Okay.
But at the end, couldn't really do anything.
Yep.
But he did have the option to roll out, which he didn't. You know, that's usually your go-to after you use your clash, because you only get one every match, and you get that clash every time you lose that first bar.
Now, I do feel like there's a lot of different mechanics that we've put in the game that probably aren't being used at the top level yet, like jumping out, rolling out.
Exactly.
I think those things will definitely come.
And then there's also how to avoid from people when you know they're going to roll out. You got to verify your combo.
Well, at certain times when you roll like out the top, sometimes you'll fall right back into the combo.
Exactly.
So you have to know if you want to go back or go up.
Yep. Jeremiah just dominating at all ranges. Up
Really
close.
controlled the round that
Tentacle strike is so good. The hitbox is so gigantic. It goes so high, and it's really, really hard to avoid.
He can just continue checking him over and over again. Like getting the block is fine, right?
Yeah, getting the block. But what you have to do is once you block it, you have to take advantage of it. You have to dash in, close in the gap, or you have to, in most situations, you got to punish him. Again, Jeremiah just dominating him. Not sure if he could have clashed that last hit. It is technically like a grab. I believe in the first game it was clashable. But Jeremiah, I guess, just trying to feel him out.
Right. So we are going to go back to characters. We don't know if there's going to be a new character or we're going to just kind of take a breather. Oh.
Ooh, Deadshot, everyone's favorite character to fight online, especially on a laggy connection.
Moving into a Deadshot choice. Jeremiah, works with the GGA guys, so of course he has a lot of experience with a bunch of different characters. So let's see if he has a little Deadshot experience. And so far, so good.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah in complete control. Nice 432 damaging combo.
I love in tournament mode how we have it turned on, so like the character gear is always different.
Oh yes,
so we're always seeing different looking characters.
I love it. Katana Prime, we have the fanboy inside of us just raging out every time we see it.
Jeremiah seems to have a real good control of this match so far. Not seeing a lot of gunshots from Dead as I say that.
There we go. Okay, in the low low meter burn gun does do a lot of chip damage, and it's just very frustrating. You just got to sit there and hold it.
You know, a lot of characters with teleports can deal with that pretty well.
Yeah.
Of course, Aquaman doesn't have one. I believe his water shield won't actually block all 4 shots either.
Really?
So
Jeremiah opts to keep him in the corner, or at least a little bit closer to the corner. Not quite there yet. Deadshot does have a little bit of room, but he decides to start jumping in instead of just going for the full screen game. Jeremiah avoiding a clash situation with back-to-back back threes. Jeremiah being very patient.
Jumping in on Aquaman is never a good idea. His down 2 is really good. I mean, it covers a lot of space.
Too good. Not only that, but you know, it's fast too.
Yeah. There's a mid-range of the game of the stage that Aquaman can really take control of.
You have to kind of dance with Aquaman a little bit. I feel like, I'm not sure if it was purposely done, but Aquaman's movement isn't as updated, or it hasn't been improved as much as everyone else's.
Right.
And I feel like that was a great adjustment to it. I also love the fact, that trait now you take full damage on block.
Right. Now, there's a lot of times to use, like, that's just a really good balancing tool for Aquaman, because Aquaman, that his character power is always very, very good. But now you can, you know, you're going to still take some damage, but you're not, maybe not take the full amount in the end that you would have, and you're able to kind of get back out and start doing your stuff again.
Exactly.
Which is important. But yeah, Aquaman, just like a lot of, and we're seeing this a lot too, I think, in Injustice 2, is we're seeing a lot of legacy characters being played at these early tournaments. You know, we're not, I mean, that's obvious to everybody, yeah.
Big advantage.
But I think as time goes on, we're going to see a lot more of the new characters, because people have not had time to get into this is what, the game came out a week and a half ago?
10 days, day 10, day 11.
Yeah, people have not been able to get in the lab as much as they've wanted to, so I'm pretty sure this is going to we're going to start seeing a lot of the newer characters start cycling in. And we already are. There's a lot of the newer characters who are showing their faces in tournaments a lot now, too. So that's exciting, I think, for us at the studio, for sure. To
seeing the new characters.
To see them kind of start slipping into tournament play.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, when you have so much money on the line, thanks to Injustice Pro Series, presented by PlayStation 4, everyone's going to go for what they feel comfortable with. You know, if you're like, hey, I already know most of these Superman mind games. Why am I going to go and try to learn someone else when I have most of the fundamentals set already?
Right.
You know? So
I feel like the dynamic then may shift to where, oh, this new character, no one knows how to deal with them, and I'm really good at them. I think there's definitely a paradigm shift with that when it comes to the Injustice Pro Series.
That's definitely a very good point. So it kind of depends on what kind of strategy you want to go for. Do you want to go for the, I got a nice bag of tricks that no one's ever seen before, or I am solid enough that I can take the fundamentals I already know from the previous game and just apply it forward?
And you know, on the converse of that, the people who are playing against you also may have good experience against those legacy characters as well. So there's a lot of stuff mind games going on in this. But we got a match coming up. We have Menzo versus former EVO champion KDZ.
KDZ, Injustice's first EVO champion. And KDZ going with Aquaman, again, a legacy player going, and I feel like we're only going to be seeing him playing Aquaman, Superman, and Black Adam.
Yep. Well, he won EVO with Superman.
Yes, he did.
So I've not seen his Aquaman very often, so this is good to see. Green Lantern's really controlling things right now, though.
Oh yeah, sending KDZ closer to the corner, but going for that last lift and putting him back in the middle of the screen.
I expected a cross up there from Lantern on that one. But
yeah, it was a little ambiguous to see.
Lantern's one of those players, I mean, if you play online, if you're more of a casual fan, that low starter is always, you know it's coming, you know it's there, you know where it comes from, but you always get hit by it. Like that's Lantern's game.
It's a great move. It's a great footsie tool. Just knowing the spacing. KDZ tossing the Trident full screen after the meter burn tentacle strike. That beam is so fast.
Yeah, if you meter burn that, it's one of the quicker projectiles, I would assume. And then also when he does have his character power on, he's able to slow down his projectiles and really kind of mix up how he wants the zone.
Oh, and the lift, was that a read? Did he pick up on KDZ's tendencies? And KDZ with the wake up Trident, meter burn Trident rush. KDZ does not want to give him the opportunity to clash. He's going to go for meter burn back three into back three. Those are not clashable.
That was a fine read there at the end from KDZ.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in that, you got to read the situation. You got to see what your opponent wants to avoid, and you should have saw that back three coming.
Right. Yeah, especially when you're at the end of a match and you know that unclashable damage is very possible.
Exactly.
The back three meter burn is probably coming out, especially if you're Aquaman.
Oh man, it hits the entire screen.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the wake-up lift. KDZ thought he was going to keep him in the corner, not pressing any buttons. He's not anticipating the meter burn, the Trident Rush. Trident Rush is a great wake-up tool.
He's getting hit by a lot of wake-ups from Aquaman.
Great beam, but KDZ is pretty much in complete control here.
Yeah. KDZ just has that spirit. He has that tournament experience where the nerves probably aren't affecting him.
Oh yeah,
and it's showing.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, his win at EVO was not his first appearance at EVO Grand Final.
Right.
He did get second in Soul Calibur a few years before that. So this guy knows all about pressure.
I said like I knew that. It's like, oh yes, I remember. I remember that.
No, it was a little bit before we got all this money.
Right, right.
But no, I mean, you're up there, everyone's screaming, like that pressure is on you. It hurts.
I mean, it's not just like everyone watching at home on Twitch. Like now that we have the Injustice Pro Series, like there's substantial, some would say, I mean, like for me, for sure, that like life-changing money for a lot of these people if they do well in these things. And that's
a lot of pressure.
That's exciting too.
Never heard that one before.
All right. Opsa used 2 bars to get the health regain, 25%. KDZ just trying to check him, not really getting anything with tentacle strikes, and he catches him blocking low with the overhead. Back 3 into back 3, unclashable damage.
Oh, waiting for the...
He could have clashed that.
He could have.
If he reacted, but that was a very, very tiny window.
That's something we're seeing a lot today, too. We're seeing a lot of missed clash opportunities, which is a huge mechanic in the game, and can be a huge comeback mechanic in the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, and you got to know when to clash during a combo.
Right.
And when you have the meter advantage, hopefully.
We've all had errant clashes where we were looking at the wrong bar. We've all had it, okay?
I thought I was on the left side.
Nope. I lost this clash. Alligator's in play, or is it a crocodile? I'll have to look into it.
Tomato?
Yeah.
All right, KDZ on the verge of a 3-0 victory.
Ooh.
Ooh, doesn't finish the combo because he goes for the overhead reset, but drops the lift, but it doesn't matter. More resets, American style.
The lift has a little bit of different reaction in the corner, so you kind of have to wait on that a little bit.
Okay.
Which is why it drops sometimes there.
I feel like I want to see more whiff punishes with from Menzo. KDZ's doing a lot of instant jump ones, and they're just not getting punished by back one, by Menzo's back one.
Right.
You got to realize when your opponent whiffs in the air, you can just punish him as soon as he lands.
Right. Is that what they call a trip guard, or am I wrong?
No, yeah. That as soon as you're hitting someone as soon as they land.
Right.
But in this game, and a lot of games like even like Smash, you have recovery frames. A lot of them.
Right.
Like in this game, you can block as soon as you land if you didn't press a button. But in games like Street Fighter, you can still block right away.
Gotcha. And ends it off in a flashy style with
the super, the beautiful animation. I mean, you can see
the Kraken.
This game is just the full package. I mean, not just gameplay-wise, story-wise, character design-wise, visually. It's just, you guys utilize so much of the next-gen capabilities.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think everybody from the studio would say we're really proud of everything that's kind of happened with this game. I mean, the story mode's amazing. We have, you know, all these different, the gear you can go get, the multiverse. There's so much to do, and that's really exciting for us. Because, you know, there's people right now who are watching these streams who are not huge competitive players.
Exactly, yeah.
They want to be, or maybe they just want to watch, but they still have things that they can do that make them feel powerful. Because that's the thing. It's a superhero game. I think, number one, you want to feel powerful. And I feel like the game does that. That's exciting. And, you know, speaking one more time about KDZ, it looks to me like he's still in good form.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's been grinding it out. He did make an appearance in that King of the Hill against Pick of the Hut, Slayer, Tom Brady. I feel like he didn't have his footing yet, but he used that opportunity to really learn a lot.
And you know KDZ very well.
Yeah, we're very good friends. We're both, you know, we have the same local, and we pretty much train in Injustice 1 thoroughly, like day in, day out before that EVO performance. And, you know, I wasn't able to make it there, but watching him from home was a very proud moment.
So I shouldn't feel bad when you're dropping all this Wikipedia knowledge on KDZ that I don't know.
It's my friend.
Yeah, right.
Very good friend. But, yeah, no, KDZ is doing a good job, and definitely expect to see a lot more of him.
Yep.
This is a real match, though. Deadshot did get the punish on the Tentacle Strike. We're going to see a lot of full screen shenanigans. Now, can Aquaman get in? That's the question.
Illusions is a fantastic player. I've seen a lot of his play. I did not know he was playing Deadshot.
Yeah, so we have Eyeconic playing Aquaman. Again, this is a new game. A lot of other fighting game players are rushing to this game because this is where the money's at.
Right.
Tentacle Strike into Meter Burn and Trident Toss.
A good meter burn roll to get himself away from being pressured back into the corner.
Exactly, and look at all the real estate he bought himself.
Right.
Just that whole stage to just move back.
Deadshot does have some, is a strong character. When you get him, when you corner him, it can be a problem. I mean, zoners in the corner, obviously, probably not the best place to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the game's designed,
Right.
and that's how a lot of fighting games treat their zoners. But Deadshot's not completely useless up close.
No.
He's got a lot of great tools. Down one. He's got the wake-up attack.
Wake Up Me is really good, yeah.
So good. And Illusion's just complete control. You have to hold that if you're Aquaman. Aquaman on full bar. 4 bars. What can he do once he does get in? Not really. I feel like he needs to make a decision. He needs to make a read on exactly what Deadshot's going to do, when he's going to start swinging. He's just kind of waiting around.
Right. Well, I think what can happen too is it becomes, this match right now is it's going to be really difficult. Obviously, well, there it goes. But like, he can be so overwhelming. And it's like taking yourself back and taking a breather and being like, what am I doing? It's tough to do in the moment. I mean,
oh yeah. And then when you do make that mistake against Deadshot, if he's got the right trait loaded up, he can just ruin all that progress, pushing you so far back away from him and just getting completely gone and decimating like any attempt that you made at just inching towards him.
Absolutely.
Oh, are we going to have a character switch? Maybe he wants someone that can deal with, that has more of a full screen presence. Like Batman with his trait, Supergirl with her teleport. Here we go, Batman. Batman's trait, the amazing thing about Batman's trait is that he can apply offense without really putting himself in danger.
Yeah, and you know this. You're a Batman player.
Definitely a Batman main still. Great first hit from Illusions.
Gotta say, really love the color palette on Batman right now.
Oh yeah,
it's so cool.
Randomized, it worked out perfectly. Yep. We got like a little bit of like the Adam West style.
Yep. And another thing with Injustice being very, very new, and the Injustice Pro Series starting here in Combo Breaker, is a lot of these new characters people haven't had time to get in there and really learn. So, like we said earlier, like in this situation, picking a new character might be good for you because like Deadshot's going to take people some time to kind of figure out.
Yeah, exactly. And Deadshot is the character we see on screen, and the character that we see a lot of people having trouble with.
Yeah. I did. Coach Steve had a really great match against beat a Deadshot at one of the tournaments recently, one of the locals with Gorilla Grodd. So I mean, there are definitely a lot of ways to get to him. You just got to be. I mean, if you're not a patient player, exactly. If you're not a patient player, it's gonna be a problem. Now the green one here takes away meter from your opponent, so he's just
from a successful hit.
Yes, slowly taking away Batman's options from full screen.
The red ones inflict a little bit more damage.
Little DOT action, right? Okay, we're gonna
going straight to player select. Batman's not working out. He's on his last limb, his last character choice. Whoever he picks, he is stuck with for the rest of the set.
Going Aquaman.
Yeah, going Aquaman. Pretty sure he's just out of options.
Yep.
Illusions in complete control.
I mean, Illusions is a
phenomenal.
He's placed a lot of play. Yeah, this is a real tough go for your first tournament match out in rules, probably.
I feel like out of all the players that had a lot of success in MKX, Illusions was the most improved.
Yeah.
In the beginning of MKX, he had a really hard time, really hard footing, and he didn't really make too much of a name for himself in Injustice. And then he just blew up.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's top 8ing. You're seeing him all the time.
So even though some of you might not be happy with Deadshot, he's in the hands of a very, very talented player.
It's something that I've always talked about is like, people want to say that, they're spamming, but there's a zoning in a fighting game, like what Deadshot is doing here. There's a skill and a talent for what you're doing in that situation.
Exactly. You have to know when your opponent's going to try to move forward, when your opponent's going to try to jump. A lot of things go into hand.
He does that down. Is that the down one as a trick, where he kind of just tricks it a little bit?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's just a timing, kind of messing up his timing a little bit.
I think he's trying to get him to think that he did trick shot, so he's going to have more recovery, and then he catches him with the high shots. Love that jump in too.
Yeah, oh, might get some. Nope.
Giving him a little check with the butt of his trident. Not sure what Illusions is going for here. He's just kind of trying to see if he can defend against this.
But he's walked himself into the corner.
It is, and Aquaman needs to capitalize here. Not let Illusions roll out, meter burn roll out.
Right. Taking a round here would be a real helpful for his psyche, I'm sure. There we go.
Okay.
And he's still in the corner.
Still in the corner, still has the corner position. He's got a great down two, so he can't let him.
Oh, he did it again.
Rolled out. He should have saw that coming.
That's the second time he's done it too, yeah.
You know, you can't meter burn roll for free. You got to use bar.
Right.
So it's a resource.
It was interesting watching Illusions because he was kind of walking himself back earlier. That was a
little unlike him.
You can't really play as passively like that, or you're going to get that position. Nice water shield usage into the Trident rush. Eyeconic can still take this.
He is close. He's getting a little bit closer. Going with the meter burn Trident rush for the extra chip damage and to keep it safe.
Good block on the knee. He's going to watch for a meter burn roll again.
Trades up. I don't think trading is a good idea once your feet leave the ground. You gotta, your feet have to be on the ground.
He's going to get a little health back from this.
If he opts to use the meter.
Yep.
And he does. He uses 1 bar for 15%. That is the biggest bang for your buck.
Yep. Smart move only using 1 bar meter.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk Clash fundamentals. So if you have any, if you win by 1 bar, you get 15% health regain or damage dealt, depending on if you were the person who initiated the clash or not the person who initiated the clash. And then it goes, for your second bar, you get 10% more. So it goes from 15% to 10%, then 5%, and then 3%. Right. So using those last 2 bars is a little, like, you're not really getting much. You would rather
can be
have,
iffy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, so let's go to a replay from KDZ's match. And we see KDZ using Aquaman, going for this full combo, converting into a back three, avoiding the clashable situation. And there was a slight mistake by Menzo. He could have, if he saw it coming or reacted fast enough, he could have clashed just to save himself. But really, if you look at the meter deficit, that clash wouldn't have got him much.
It might have been just prolonging the inevitable. Really.
Exactly, yeah. He could just Tentacle Strike right out of clash. So KDZ pretty much had that wrapped up, no matter what happened. Back 3 to back 3s. So yeah, unclashable situations.
And a substantial bit of damage too out of a back 3 for sure. All right.
All right, guys, we're going to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Again, this is the Injustice Pro Series brought to you by PlayStation 4. Don't go anywhere.
We're going to remove the controllers. Oh, yeah. Desync them. We're desyncing their controllers.
And welcome back to Combo Breaker, the Injustice 2 Pro Series brought to you by PlayStation 4. I'm here with Darth Arma. I'm Tyler Lansdowne, the community specialist at NetherRealm Studios, and you're Darth Arma. You're the finest community specialist in all of NetherRealm Studios. That's nice of you. We have some good matches coming up here. We have, I see some names on the screen, which you can't see at home. So it's going to be CoolEm versus Marvelo. Not sure who let's see who these guys are sporting. This is most likely a button check. Ooh, I saw a fist bump though. I did see a fist bump, and we're going to see Robin versus Atrocitus, a match that I don't see very often. It's awesome. Now this is a real match, not a button check. Robin getting hit with the overhead. Literally the hardest thing in commentary is knowing when it's not a button check after 10 seconds. That's the hardest thing. A little tough, yeah. Once you get that, you're good to go. We need an official button checker. Right. Using Dexstar to make everything safe, as Atrocitus does, but he drops to 4-2-2. Dexstar just hanging out, waiting for his chance to just kind of get something going. It's always tougher than Atrocitus when you send Dexstar out and it's a whiff, and Dexstar takes so long to come back. Yeah. You've wasted half of your time. Or when you're just stuck in blocks and blocks and blocks, and you can't get it out. Or if you get hit, that is the worst situation. Yes. I guess there's a lot of bad situations to be in fighting games. Something like that. Oh, great presence of mind to flip him over to the other side, keep the corner position, have Atrocitus with no room to move back to. These characters, in a way, do some similar things, where Robin is, like, I believe that they're both kind of footsie characters. I mean, Atrocitus reads footsie moves with a back 2-3 is really good. Robin has all of those long pokes with his sword, so... yeah, it's all about spacing with these two. Trying to get your opponent to get a little overzealous, poke at you, whiff, and then punish that whiff. Following Dexstar's shots as his signal to get in, bullying him over and over again. It's a pretty bad place to be with Dexstar out in the corner. However, no more Dexstar. Atrocitus needs to buy his time until his trait reloads. Even your name is stupid. Do not ridicule me again. Even your name is stupid. Gotta love being in Wayne. Okay, Blood. Dexstar's almost up. He's on deck. Will Atrocitus get the situation to get him out? If you guys have any questions about the progress of traits, you can now see them at the bottom of the screen next to the meter. Dexstar out. Robin has a really nice thing where he can end his sword slash with him, so where the opponent can't wake up. It's a really good thing for Robin, so he can get all those setups in where he starts throwing down his boomerangs to go for overheads. A lot of really cool things he can do with that. And Atrocitus on life support, trying to make this comeback. Is Robin going to wake up charge? No! He's just going to sit there and eat the throw! I thought anything was coming. Absolutely anything would have. Was it too obvious? I think Flip would have maybe even killed him. On block, yeah. He had nothing. And I don't know if maybe he just didn't input it right, but he just sat there and took the throw. Nice ending with a sweep to start the cross up there from Robin. Oh yeah, all about the positioning, all about the wake up mindset. Oh, and drops his combo. The second time he's dropped that one. All right, Dexstar is out. Trait can shoot at you. Ooh. Raw sword flip from mid-screen. Sometimes you just got to do it. Got to run with it. When you have the audacity to do something like that, it's going to throw your opponent off. Oh, yeah. Oh, drops the end of that combo, but checks him with the down one. Now, Atrocitus is pressing a lot of buttons, even after getting hit. It's like taking a swing at Mike Tyson when you know he's got a half second on you. You might not want to do that. Oh, back throw. I like it. Now let's see if he can close it out and keep Robin in the corner. And he does with the overhead, but not quite. Okay, there it is. Really difficult to deal with that 4-2-2. Yeah, because he can cancel it into the Blood NATO, which hits low, but it's very unsafe. Oh, you have 15 minutes to punish that. Dexstar holding it down. As a person who likes using a lot of raw blood puddles, I know that can be punished. You just live on the edge. You just live on the edge, Tyler.
All right, Clash, what are we going to do? The mindset. He knew exactly that he... I'm not sure why he went for 1. And that was very smart by Atrocitus to use 2. He said, you know what? I'm just going to try.
Down 1 into the punch walk.
Finishes the string, goes into overhead. Dexter is out. So while Dexter is out and you're Atrocitus, as you're blocking, you can keep hitting trait. And as soon as you get that little bit of breathing room, the trait will come out. So you got to be really careful when that trait is just pointing at you like a loaded gun.
Yep. Especially with a little health as Robin had.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Not much you can do there. You know, Atrocitus is one of those characters when we first put him out there, I was like, I really like Atrocitus, but as time goes on, I keep seeing more new, crazy stuff that he can do, that we are starting to do with the character power.
I mean, that's totally normal in a game with this much depth. Absolutely normal. Forward 3 because he's in the corner. I like the down 2. Goes for the blood NATO.
Should be a full combo from Robin.
Back throw for the position.
I like how he doesn't go for a back 3 in the corner, so it bounces him off the wall and away from him.
Yep.
Going just for the straight jump too.
More blood NATO. Calls out Dexter. He wants to close out this bar, and this is awful when your trait is already summoned, and you're just getting hit by this giant long combo.
Oh.
So unfortunate for Atrocitus.
So he didn't get much out of it. He got the round.
He took that last little second to just go for it. No reason not to. That's commentator's curse right there, Tyler.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the first time I've ever dealt with it. I feel good.
All right, obstacle for the Clash. I feel like he could have waited. Yeah, he could have waited for the next one.
Plenty of meter. Some decision making by Atrocitus there with 1 bar.
2 bars, get some 25% back. Atrocitus opting to stay full screen. He wants to summon out his trait.
He's making hay with this raw sword flip.
Oh yeah. Back 3. Let's see if he can finish the combo. Leaves him standing, so he has to block this. No wake-up options.
Pressure all day. Atrocitus is not respecting the wake-ups from Robin right now, and it's causing a lot of problems.
And the Clash tied. Both players decided to use 2 bars, decided to use all their resources.
I think we're getting into the position now where it's like, there's no way he'll raw flip again. There's no way, and he just keeps doing it.
Keeps doing it. No reason to change your plan if your opponent doesn't give you the opportunity to, or doesn't give you reason to.
Was that 3 throws in a row?
I think that was 2.
Was
yeah,
it 2?
yeah,
Okay,
I think
just 2?
Yeah.
Maybe I
but
miscounted.
He is ending every single match with a throw.
Right.
A lot of rounds ended with a throw, and he's just, catching him there, not doing anything.
Right. It looks to me like we're going to have some pretty stellar matches coming up. We got we got Jeremiah, America's Sweetheart Jeremiah versus Pig of the Hut.
Pig of the Hut. This man is out for blood in any game he plays.
And he plays Atrocitus, so he is definitely out for blood.
Definitely out for blood. Just ruthless and relentless, just doing everything he can to get the edge over his opponent and just completely dominate. He very well-known MK9 player for his Kenshi. Justice won. He got 2nd place at the 2nd Evo.
Yes.
MKX, he made it all the way through the ESL finals, made it on TV.
No, he's one of those guys who is, like you said, he's relentless when it comes to working on characters. He knows every matchup for everything. He
calculated,
he's able to pick characters that work well with his playstyle. Like he was playing Dr. Fate, and it just wasn't working for him as well as he wanted to. And now he's really starting to get into Atrocitus. Now, his Atrocitus is not super new. Obviously, no one's is because the game is new. But Atrocitus was a beta character. But I don't know how much you played him in the beta, so this is gonna be interesting.
And I feel like Atrocitus didn't change too much from the beta, so I feel like that grind time that everybody got, it did help a long way. Kind of giving you that little legacy edge that you get from playing Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and any of the other characters that are returning on the roster.
It's interesting how we can kind of say that some of the beta characters are near, like Supergirl, like kind of legacy. Because it's been 6 months or whatever.
It's been a while, and when you only have 4 or 5 characters to choose from, you're gonna really get your time with them. Now this is a button check, guys. Don't get excited. Hang on. These guys are going to get ready to go. Handshakes. We're all good sports here. These guys are good friends.
So it's Noble, pick up the HUD, yeah.
Yeah, Noble.
GGA Jeremiah.
Begin.
Jeremiah sporting Aquaman, and Pig, very strong presence of mind, knowing that a lot of Aquamans like to do that forward two right out the gate.
This is a really good stage for Pig to take control of. There's a lot of unblockable. If he stays on this side, he can use these unblockables against Aquaman.
Oh yeah, and no trading up for that to avoid that.
No.
Great combo by Pig of the Hut. Oh, and Jeremiah with the wake-up Trident Rush. No reason not to do it if your opponent does not give you a reason.
Yep. Oh. Flip the script on him. Now we're going to do the footsie dance.
Footsie dance. We're just waiting. Nobody wants to do anything first. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want a tentacle strike because he can punish with Blood NATO, and vice versa.
He doesn't want to.
That's what it is.
Exactly,
Nobody wants to
yeah.
swing first. This is a Mexican standoff.
These are some of my favorite parts of fighting games. Like, nobody pushed a button for 10 seconds there, and it was really exciting to see.
The tension is so real. Oh, and he goes for the tentacle strike, knowing that he could have ended his first bar with the Blood NATO. But I guess he just figured, hey, I got nothing much to lose. Let me go for it. And Atrocitus could just put hands on you so quickly from so far away.
It's a really smart move there, too, going to the not that he's going to clash there, but giving him a pushback so he can call Dexstar out without worrying about any sort of punishment.
And Jeremiah waking up with Trident Rush for the third or fourth time in a row.
I think we've seen Wake Up Trident Rush 10 times in the last 5 matches, and it's working just fine.
It works perfectly.
Yeah.
You do have the option to meter burn it, and a lot of characters cannot punish it.
Right. Oh. Second
Meter
time
burn.
Jeremiah's been caught by that.
Should I summon the shark? It cannot trump rage.
Cannot trump rage. Clash is tied. Nothing happened. No damage dealt. No health recovery.
Oh, he's going to land on that.
Woo-hoo, slowly lands on it. Pick of the Hut's trying to deal with Wake Up Trident Rush. He knows it's coming. He's just trying to feel it out. He knew it was coming. He tried to jump back and avoid it, but it didn't matter because you can dash forward as you're doing it.
Using his character power to get out of the combo, but still gets the round ended on him there. Now,
And that was very great awareness by Pig, seeing that he traded out and he's like, I need to meter burn this so I can continue the pressure. That was really loud.
Yeah, that was super loud.
The down 2 whiffs, and Jeremiah gets the jump in and the bar awarded for first hit.
Jeremiah's always been a really smart player and does make a lot of changes mid-match, and I think he kind of knows what he did wrong there.
Definitely. And Pig turning the tides against Aquaman by back throwing him into the corner.
Tried to backdash so the wake-up didn't come. That's going to be an unblockable.
Unblockable, you got to jump those.
And that's another thing about, like, match knowledge. People are still learning what some of the interactables do.
And I love the range of interactables. Even in Justice 1, there were so many unique interactables.
Right.
The pig, putting a bomb on something, lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeremiah caught pressing buttons or not watching his feet as Pig capitalizes on this combo. And another wake-up Trident Rush. The trait is out, though.
Keeping it safe. Doing a little bit of DOT as well. Jeremiah just wants to clip.
He wanted that pixel to go as far as possible, and he just didn't confirm from that back one.
Is he going to get blood? Nope, no blood NATO coming that time.
No blood NATO. That's the scary part. When is he going to blood NATO?
Right.
And if you're not blocking low to punish, you're really going to kick yourself for it. High risk, high reward. Wake up, Trident Rush, no reason not
chip,
to.
Though.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to clash in this situation, that's for sure.
Back 1-2
There it is.
into Trident Rush. Now, it's very
he
smart by
let go
Pig of
of
the
that?
Hut. I
Yeah.
feel like he did it on purpose because if you look at his meter, he's in the lead. He's going to use all his bars.
That's what it felt like to me, too.
I think he was anticipating Jeremiah to use 2, so that's kind of where the mind game kicks in. Pig did not have to spend bar 3 or bar 4 because those bars essentially only got him 8% more.
Right.
Peterburn roll himself into the corner. Pig of the Hut wants to kind of space this out, and gain a little bit more meter, but Jeremiah's looking so good right now.
Oh.
Meter burn 3 to meter burn 3!
Oh, man. This is going to hurt. Oh, he drops the combo.
Drops the combo.
He's going to get something back out of this, though.
He is, and Pig is on life support.
Or do you take it? Do you just get the pushback?
You could, but Jeremiah's taking the 15%.
Yep.
It's too good of a deal to turn down.
Yep.
You know, it's on sale.
Sure.
1 bar, 15%. That's a good deal.
And that is... Oh, we got... I
Oh,
think that might have been Phil Pops.
yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Back 3, the down 2 into trait summon. The pressure's on. You need to be careful when you can swing. But Jeremiah throwing caution to the wind with the forward 1. I'm sorry, with the forward 2, down 1, trident rush, everything.
Oh, what a back 3. That pressure is too much to deal with, and he found a way to deal with it.
Unblockable.
Catch with the
Pig
feet.
jumped a little too early.
Good read on the anti-air, though.
Great reaction by Pig.
Jeremiah is playing very well.
Incredible. And if you're counting set to set and life bars, Jeremiah is technically in the lead right now. Down 2.
Full meter for Atrocitus.
Yes, because he's getting mopped right now. In this game, when you do get hit, you do build a lot of meter. It's like a built-in comeback mechanic.
A lot of fans of Jeremiah here. You can hear him in the background. You know, Chicago's very own DJ
Oh yeah,
Jeremiah.
hometown hero, Jeremiah. The invincibility frames from the wake-up trident rush made him avoid the tornado. But Pig of the Hut closes it out.
We might see some footsies here. Yeah, they're just
Here it is, the
gonna
tension.
test.
Here's the tension. Who's going to swing first? Who's going to put themselves at risk? And it's Pig of the Hut, and he's okay. The down 1 conversion for the anti-air. Is this MKX? Is this MK9? How do you do that?
That's going to... Oh. Blood NATO, yep.
Blood NATO. Jeremiah's kicking himself for not blocking low because that would have meant a full combo
And
punish if he did.
Pig's probably kicking himself for not meter burning it, too, so...
This will calm your rage.
That was a good clash. It was the first hit right after the Blood NATO, and you have to realize that he did it right after Pig used the resource as his meter. So he was already in the, you know, he wasn't going to take damage.
This is a great match.
Jump in 1 from Jeremiah,
Ooh.
looking for something, and Pig does not whiff punish the trident rush.
That's going to end it.
He's got clash, but it doesn't matter. Jeremiah going with the back 3, unclashable.
Jeremiah's got to be feeling himself right now. See PPJ in the background smiling for his former teammate.
I saw him. Oh, put that interactable down. And Pig answering with a wake up of his own and getting punished for summoning his trait. Jeremiah looking so great right now to a great lead. He can't mess this up. He needs to calm down and he needs to just stick with the plan.
And that's what it can be, though. If the winner, if Jeremiah wins here, he moves on. And Pig will too. It's still winners,
but Pig will move on and losers.
And losers, yes. And here's, I mean, this is where the nerves can really start setting in. You're playing against Pig of the Hut, one of the best players in the country. You know.
You need to not focus too much on. You need to just stay calm, stay focused, and Jeremiah is doing a great job of that. Pig with the wake up.
And a nice use of trait and 2 great blocks to close out the round. Wow.
Jeremiah on this healthy life lead. Look at this.
Jeremiah's always been a great player, but if he does end up taking this, it can be considered a pretty big upset, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pig of the Hut is, like I said, phenomenal player. Jeremiah's just always been solid, though. Never a force to reckon with.
Jeremiah's used every string that Aquaman has, I think, in this match.
Using that word, don't you?
Hey, Aquaman doesn't have a bad string.
And he kind of looks like Jeremiah a little bit in the clash there.
Are you saying all white people? Never mind. So, Pig of the Hut trying to feel something out, trying to bait out a tentacle, but Jeremiah's not giving it to him. Jeremiah looking so great, on the verge of getting this upset, and Pig has no meter to make it safe. Jeremiah all over it. Meter burn, trident rush. Pig of the Hut has no answer to this. Anti-air with the down 1. Can Pig of the Hut get this going? Trade is out. Blood NATO. I think Jeremiah's just going to take every single low.
He tried to use the shield to pick it back up to continue the combo. It didn't work out right, but he's got him in the corner.
And he's got trident rush.
Yep.
with the low, punishes. This is Jeremiah's game.
Oh,
Jeremiah taking out Pig of the Hut. What an upset.
Jeremiah the God! Jeremiah the fucking God!
Jeremiah the God, as his biggest fan screams for him.
Wow. Wow. I'm having trouble. That's a match right there.
Are you having trouble digesting that?
You know,
was it that much of a shock?
It was. I mean, Jeremiah's a great player. Pig of the Hut has so much experience in like these big match settings, and he's gone so far with these things. Jeremiah, by the biggest upset yet. We do have a replay coming in here shortly.
All right, guys, this was our match between CoolEm and Marvelo, closing it out with Robin, or trying to close it out. Puts him back in the corner.
And we can watch this again to see him would awake him. I mean, there's so little. He has 1.23 health.
Nothing, just ready,
Right.
ready. And he had him so shook at this point. He's like, I don't know what to do, and just gets thrown.
I mean, there's enough time to poke there too. Like
he could have literally done anything, and he was just caught like a deer in headlights. It looks like he went for some kind of throw.
Yeah.
And it looks like he might have hit him right before it actually became active. So he threw his throw. It happens a lot in other fighting games too. It's kind of like the mindset of when to actually tech.
So yeah, a big upset already here at Combo Breaker 2017. So.
And I'm sure we have more upsets coming up for you guys. But real quick, we're going to go to a break. Do not go anywhere. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. You guys are watching Injustice 2 Pro Series. I'm joined by community specialist Tyler Lansdowne.
Hello. We got more matches. We had to take a break after that last one. Wow.
It was just too much. It was too much for everyone to handle. Everyone needed a break. Like, really just digest and see what actually happened. Jeremiah taking out Pig of the Hut. And right out the gate, we have Alucard versus Shujinkydink. And Alucard, no stranger to competition. Going in with Aquaman, but really getting hammered by Shujinkydink, not watching his feet.
I'm going to let you say Shujinkydink a whole bunch because I'm going to mess it up.
We can say Dink.
We can call him Dink.
Let's
That's
go
true.
Dink.
Really awesome looking Firestorm here. Now I do know in this matchup that if Aquaman does have his trade up when he does do the ground blast, he can character power out of that to block and not get the back 3 on him.
So I wonder if that's going to play a big factor in this. Probably is.
One of the big combo starters from Firestorm. So.
Oh yeah, you always got to watch your feet.
Yeah.
Great presence of mind by Alucard, being very patient, knowing that Dink had no options with his backup against the corner, so he would obviously wake up.
Turn that around really quickly. Oh.
Oh, and he doesn't have trait ready to go, so it's going to be a full combo, and that's the first bar. Dink tying it all up.
A good push block there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, barely
Swing and a
missed.
miss.
Barely missed him.
Oh, now he's in blue flames, and now he's going to hurt.
Now he's going to hurt. The overhead's going to bounce. It's a much bigger threat. Oh, just not in time for the blue to... There you go. You have to trait before the meter burn.
You're right.
You have to trait before the meter burn to get out of that combo.
Gotcha.
Back 3, not quite in the corner, but Alucard's very, very close to just bullying him.
Oh, wow.
Alucard has almost nothing left to take out Dink.
Oh, wow.
And that was great. That was a great turnaround. Dink had like the first 2 solid combos on him, and Alucard just kept his presence, kept his calm, and just...
And then he used from the deep to stop the wake up. Which,
that was perfect.
Was crazy, yeah.
Perfect timing. I mean, it is a great wake up. It goes real far.
Yep.
Not too easy to punish even when you see it coming, but Alucard was ready for it, just catching him. And if Dink didn't wake up and did like a delay wake up, that could have probably punished Alucard.
Yep.
Watch your feet, Alucard. The trait did not come out fast enough. You got to do it beforehand. Forward 3, catches Alucard, blocking low in the corner, and Alucard just back 1-2ing out of pressure. No wake up trident rush, just wake up back 1-2.
Dink is no slouch either. Dink has some good wins under his belt. He's been playing for a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like he's probably one of the best players in his region.
Yeah, Northwest Majors winner, right?
Yep.
Years, like 2 years ago, I think? I'm not 16-bit. I can't remember these for like the last 10 years.
He remembers everything. No, but Dink is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic Quan player from Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. Blue flame damage.
Look at all that hurt. Now, blue flame is almost up. You can see anyone's trait progress on the bottom of the screen right next to the meter. Oh, Dink misses his back 3.
Nice.
That was very smart of Dink. He knew that the easiest option for Alucard was to just go for another string into Trident Rush, so he backdashed out of trouble. He got that little magic pixel to go a little farther.
Right. I just love seeing Firestorm in a... What a smart move. Oh, wow.
He didn't want him to clash.
Nope.
Didn't
Full
want
meter, too, so...
Firestorm wins.
And Dink tying it up 1-1.
Begin.
Not ready to lay down. Not sure what happened there. Not sure if Alucard could have blocked that or if he just wasn't blocking low. Alucard jumping in, looking for something. Goes into the Trident Rush, but Dink knows he can punish it if he does not meter burn it. So Alucard's probably going to think twice about not meter burning Trident Rush next time.
So fast, that flame rush he does.
It's exhausting dealing with this. Almost like Death Shot-like, but a little different.
Yeah.
Trident Rush. Meter burns it for a little more damage.
Heck of a lot of pressure put on there.
And
Gets
Dink,
out of the corner. Nice move.
yeah, very good use of the interactable. Buys himself a little bit of real estate. He can move back a lot more. And
He does have, he can use his full character power now, but obviously not probably the best moment with so little health left with Aquaman, but it is ready to go.
It's ready to go once that bar goes out. He's going to have that blue flame. His projectiles are going to hurt more. His projectiles are going to be faster.
Yeah.
And that overhead's going to bounce. Oh, maybe Dink wasn't with us. Because look, he wasted almost his entire blue flame.
He's not getting to get anything out of it.
Yeah. He should have saved it. He should have saved it, but he just said he was feeling himself.
Yep.
Trait's too late. So once you activate Trait, you have to wait for 2 more hits to block. Right. Once you activate Trait in the middle of a combo, that next hit is going to hit you.
I learned something here today.
Oh, from that? Yeah. It was the same in Injustice 1, so it's a little different. I mean, dude, that's like really technical. You really got to get down to like exactly what the trait does. And that's from just years of dealing with Aquaman.
Right.
Oh, great
Good
flip
jump
out by Dink! Alucard did not see it coming! Now both players do have a bar. Let's see if either one of them are going to hold on to it.
Oh, I love this.
Dink holds on to it. He lets him have it. He'd rather keep it maybe for his own clash or maybe just to meter burn the low. Because that's really his only opportunity to do something.
Wow, and he has full character power right now too.
Oh, he goes for the meter burn. He goes for the forward 3, but I think Alucard delayed the wake up, let it whiff, and then punished it when he got up. Dink not feeling so good right now. He's 1 match away from getting knocked into losers by Alucard.
He's holding his own though. Like some of these matches could have been his. There's just maybe a character switch.
Can he give him something that he's not going to anticipate? How to deal with Aquaman. Are we going Supergirl? Supergirl does launch you rather quickly, just like Green Lantern does. So another great way to. Never mind, we're sticking with Firestorm. I feel like the trait hasn't really been bugging him too much in this matchup.
No.
So he's fine, and like you said, all those matchups could have gone his way. Really, no reason to change characters. Oh, the forward 2, you gotta watch your feet. Tentacle strike from full screen. Gets up a little too early and hits the butt of that staff. Or I'm sorry, that trident.
I would say a trident is a staff of sorts.
Yeah, it falls into the general, yeah. All tridents are staffs, but not all staffs are tridents.
Exactly. It's a square rectangle situation.
And Alucard looking amazing right now. Great low. And, Alucard's adapting. He realizes that the trait's not going to help him, so he's going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
What he needs to do is use the trait once he puts himself in a punishable situation. So once he tentacle strikes and he sees he blocked it, that's when you trait, and then you avoid the back 3. Oh, great block of the overhead. He saw it coming. Meter burn, trident rush. I feel like in that situation, Dink could have probably just ate it and built a little bit more bar, because in this game, you don't build bar when you're taking chip. Or you don't build that much bar.
I think that's a really good point.
Yeah. He could have just took it. It was a lose-lose situation. Yeah. Down 1 trident rush. Meter burns it for a little bit more damage.
Really tough giving up that meter when Firestorm really needs it for that low.
Great throw by Dink, turning the tides. Yep, in the corner. Hits him with the overhead. Overhead again? Yes.
You just got double teamed.
All right, Alucard trying to feel out the situation, taking his time.
Turns on the blue flame. And
what a perfect time to jump in and just stop that trait all together. Because after a clash, the trait does completely go away. He had blue flame fully charged and ready to go.
And you see people do that with Atrocitus too, like Dextar's gone.
Exactly,
you do that stuff, yep.
Or Bane goes right into withdrawal as soon as the Venom.
Oh, I know.
As a Bane player, you know.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Alucard.
Still a really great great matchup there. I mean, it didn't go Dink's way, but Dink played really well. It was great seeing Firestorm. It's just seeing sort of the breadth of characters that you get to see is really awesome seeing Firestorm play. And he had some really great stuff, just didn't quite pull it out against Alucard, who's obviously one of the best players in the country at many fighting games. So,
yeah. Not a slouch at any fighting game. Always a force to be reckoned with. And, you know, and like you were saying before, these new characters, sometimes people aren't familiar with them. Alucard kept wasting the trait, thinking he could get out of every combo that he starts with the low projectile into meter burn. And
I thought he could too. I guess I was.
So yeah, so
mistaken.
let's say he does tentacle strike and then activates trait because he saw that he's gonna block it and punish him. The projectile he'll get hit by, but he will be able to block after the meter burn. But up next, we have Noble's very own Illusions, who's been making lots of waves in the MKX community and in the Injustice 2 community so far. He's just putting on a clinic, putting on the hurt, and he's going to be going up against OD Atai. Now, let's see what Illusions can do. You know, he's just very, very solid Deadshot play, and I know everyone at home loves seeing Deadshot go full screen, shoot, 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 and yeah, just frustrate you. And shout outs to Flying Controllers, speaking of Deadshot. You know how Deadshot just makes controllers fly?
Absolutely, hello everyone.
Oh my god, it's Mr. Aquaman. Thank you so much.
Away, I'm going to be stepping in here. Welcome everyone to Combo Breaker 2017. This is Mr. Aquaman here with Darth Dharma. Good to see you again, Darth.
It's been too long. It's been too long. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for bringing the hype because I know that's what you're going to be doing.
Absolutely, guys. We're going to have one heck of a show for you guys tonight, and it's so good to see you coming back from Injustice 1 days. It's been a long time. We've missed you as a community on the mic, so it's really good to have you back.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. That means the world to me. Who do you have for this? Illusions just not going with Deadshot. I thought he was going Deadshot. That's why I went on this whole rant about Deadshot and how everyone loves him. But he's going with another zoner, Green Arrow.
He actually may have gone in with the mental counter pick in mind because Green Arrow, Illusions is a player from Injustice 1. This is his character, legacy character from Injustice 1. That low fire arrow actually does some great work against Deadshot. It goes underneath straight shot. Not only does it punish it, does fantastic damage. So he actually wins the full screen game from what I've seen so far. And I don't know about win, but he can contest with Deadshot full screen. And you see here Atai going with Catwoman, which is a completely different playstyle than we saw here in Mortal Kombat X, where he was a katana player, and he's looking to play a little more offensive.
Oh yeah, definitely. Illusions, I feel like he really found his stride in MKX, just blew up as a player in general.
Oh, for sure, especially early on. He had so many results, getting multiple top 8s, and succeeding all the way throughout the entire game's lifespan, and I'm glad we have him here in Injustice 2. All these new guys that came in, going forward into the new game, and of course, you see here Illusions playing a great space game. They gave some great changes to Green Arrow. They actually gave him a hit-confirmable launcher. I don't know why, Paulo, but he needs it.
He needs it. Some characters can punish it. Batman can punish it with a trait.
And here we go, the full screen game. Catwoman, you want to keep out. She has a great stagger game. She has huge damage in this game, and a couple of new moves of her own.
You want to keep her out, but you also don't want to just mindlessly zone because if she gets that meter burn cat dash, she is going to hurt you. Not only that, but her jump in range is ridiculous.
The jump 2, best jump in the game. And did you see there? That was actually a bait out of the meter burn air tech by Atai. He went for a cat dash and didn't do meter burn as Illusions actually air teched out of it. That was so smart from Atai to actually bait that out.
Atai looking for the cat dash, and Illusions does not punish it on whiff. Goes for his nice new launcher.
Might have been able to get more off that, but I respect getting up the fire trait because it gives you much more options, especially your full screen. You have to respect it, especially when it jumps in the air, because he can let it go straight in the air. If you try to jump reading that, he's going to go low on it. There's so many mind games here in Injustice, ladies and gentlemen.
Fire arrows are great. They hurt way more, and not only that, they knock you down and push you back, which is so annoying because you made some progress getting in on this zoner.
Get back to full screen, sir.
Just go back. Just get back.
Oh, there's that jump 2, and catching him right, but he has not confirmed the cat dash twice now into a full combo.
Fire arrows. Illusions trying to keep his spacing, just staying away. No reason for him to go in. No reason to put himself at risk.
Oh, what a down 2 from Atai, but no conversion. That was pretty wonky on the down 2.
Yeah, he flipped himself over to the other side accidentally.
Ooh!
This is pretty much all Illusion's game, all wrapped up. No reason to lose this unless he's a real master. Never mind.
Clutch tech there by Atai, but the invincible stinger is going to close it out there for Illusions.
Do we have a coaching rule yet?
I'm not too sure, but here comes Too Easy, one of his fellow OD boys from down in Florida.
OD.
Those guys were, when they came onto the MK scene, they were the true testament to back in the MK9 days, where they traveled together, they competed together, and they stood behind their players. And you want to talk about smack talk?
Ooh.
Scene versus scene, the last time I experienced that in tournament play was the OD guys standing around their guy, and I happened to be with all my local guys behind a guy, and it was that scene on scene rivalry from back in the day that we're kind of lacking here as we progress here in the
Are
esports.
we? Is it? I mean, I guess that's what it is. We are progressing, and I think everyone's just getting that mindset, like, let's all come together and help each other out. But we are missing that rivalry. You're right.
Absolutely, and it looks like Illusions did not press a single button there.
Yeah, no, I think we're doing.
I think he was letting Atai check his button because you saw he went for meter and cat dash. He could. I didn't see 1 meter and cat dash that entire first game,
yeah,
so that may have been it.
But it's still going to count. You got it. It's your responsibility to check your buttons, make sure they're right.
Absolutely, and a great read on the jump too. But you see Illusions, the moment he gets hit, he rebuilds the space immediately, forcing Atai to make reads in. And he's punishing him accordingly. And he's going to quick launcher, and he does. Gonna load up fire. Oh, still had one fire arrow left. Fills the space, and there's that meter and cat dash.
That's why you can't mindlessly zone. A lot of people think there's no thought behind zoning, but there's so much mind games going behind a full screen game.
Especially in this game where there's so many options. There's every character has meter burn roll. There's always something that can be done. Full screen, and did not get that back three in time.
He tried to time it. It was a little tricky, and it's one of those situations you don't put yourself in too many times.
Atai here trying to whip it good, but unable to get the health lead so far. He's so close.
Atai's been so good at teching every single throw. Every time Illusion's tried to grab him, or I guess Illusion's just been conditioning him to expect the throw.
Oh, that's a good crouch on the trait, and Atai here taking the lead.
It was his button. It was all his button. That's all it was. Illusions with these fraudulent wins.
Absolutely. He said, I didn't meter burn cat dash. Your zoning was fraudulent that very first game. And look at this man. And there you go. That right there, he did not meter burn in the last game. So looking much better. Having his meter burn button.
It's a whole new player when you can actually meter burn, huh? All right. And Ali decides to go for 2 bars, 25%. That's a pretty good deal.
Oh, trying to whip, but barely dodging that. Did you know that Catwoman has a whip that says Bruce's favorite?
Yes.
Oh! There we go.
I was aware. I think I saw you tweet it out. It needs to be explained.
And wonderful conversion by Illusions to get the corner pressure. Oh, dodges. Oh, he's burning! He's burning right now.
He's burning.
He's getting a taste of his own medicine, as it were, with those fire arrows.
That's true. Catwoman's not going to take that lying down. Oh, I think that could have been a neutral jump too, but he just wasn't sure if he was going in or staying out.
And that is the mix-up in footsie ranges. Are they going to come in? Are they going to come out? Dashers are very reactable in this game, so a lot of people can down one punish accordingly when someone tries to dash in, or just check with your fastest advancing normal.
Great tech by Catwoman. Oof. And the jump in too for a full combo, but didn't have the meter.
And there have been a few competitive players playing this character. We've seen Samij. We hope 16 comes back. 16-bit comes back, please.
Please, 16-bit.
And back to the full screen game where he has to make a read. And good block. A lot of people forget that overhead at the end. It's very sneaky.
Very sneaky overhead, especially when you're coming straight from a low.
And then the green arrow players can actually mix it up if they decide to meter burn it or not, and then get away with murder with the raw one. Oh! And the boxing arrow this time.
Oh, not fast enough.
That trait recovery was ridiculous on that cat dash. And full screen, fire arrow up, and one of these might chip out, and that's going to do it from Illusions. Going up 2-0 on Atai. Much better from Atai, though.
Definitely much better. Atai had control of that entire match and just slowly lost it. I feel like Illusions kind of mixed it up. I feel like in the beginning of that match, he kept relying on zoning, and then he just out of nowhere got so aggressive at the end, and he didn't know how to deal with it.
Atai found his way in after the heavy zoning start, and once Atai found his way in, got the health lead, and then Illusions changed. He didn't wait until the next game to change it up. He changed it up right there on the spot and got aggressive. Ooh. And you saw that aggression right there from Illusions. He did a trait from sweet distance, and he's gone in twice after it already. He dashed in the first time, and they're trying to check him with the back 1-3, I believe it is. Oh, gets hooked on the corner. That is a great knockdown, and here comes some mix from Catwoman, and just simply OGs this man. Wake-ups are not as dominant as they were in Justice 1. That's going to kill here from Atai, coming out swinging here in game number 3.
Look at this life lead. He's got at least 80% on his first bar. Can we cut back to the game? Thank you. And Ali just trying to get something going, and Atai just doing the little damage, his little guaranteed things that he can do.
What a reaction holding the trait to the jumper from Illusions. That was ridiculous.
The jump in 2, giving Catwoman miles and miles of a health lead.
Ooh, go for that almost full screen.
Is that a teabag?
Low whip, and that did look like a teabag. I don't know what buffer she has that is down.
Teabag, that's what the buffer is.
If I see an Aquaman player or something be doing that, they could be buffering Water Shield, but I don't know what this woman is trying to buffer. Maybe he just wants to teabag. No, my God, teabag right there in the neutral.
He's feeling himself. He's like, I'm dodging everything.
This is
panic.
This is coming from the MK times where the teabags happen. You try to get in your opponent's head mentally, and here we go, establishing a little bit of dominance here in game number 3, getting some momentum. That's what it's all about here. Into the corner. What's gonna be the mix? Oh, gets him with the wake up. Caught him getting a little too aggressive, but look at the healthy right now from Atai, and what a read with the jump by Sarah, but no conversion.
No conversion. He just barely whiffed on that jump in 3. Illusions is gonna kick himself for that, especially if he loses his entire set. This match looks like it's pretty much over. Catwoman just needs 2 more throws. A meter burn cat dash into back 3, anything.
And what's very unique is that cat dash, back 3, you cannot air tech out of it. There is no escape. Now right there, not recognized that the back 3 was a little close, but that's going to close out Atai, getting back in here.
Very smart of Atai to not giving a
man.
clashable
He is focused
situation.
right now.
Oh, yeah.
He is so focused, and this is the Atai that was scary to watch. And I played him personally in Mortal Kombat. This man is a mental wall. He is such a great player, and I'm glad that we have him here in the NRS scene.
Illusion's trying to get some space, just backing himself slowly into the corner, and Atai doing a good job of blocking most of these arrows.
Oh, just blocked the overhead this time.
That's the first time he didn't block the overhead. He was so on point with it.
Over 3 in the fire, catching him jumping back. It's such a guess when he's going to let that thing go, and right there, it's so fast.
Oh, the meter back. The cat dash was just a little too slow. And Illusions is in such a great position right now. He's got the meter lead. He's got the life lead. He's got 3 arrows loaded up.
Oh, did you see how much respect Atai gave him when they were standing right next to each other doing nothing? And Illusions recognizing that and just doing something accordingly.
Yeah, no, you got to take advantage when your opponent's caught there like a deer in headlights. Too scared to press a button.
And almost flawlessing him on the first bar of health. Illusions poised to take this match.
Very smart by Atai there to just neutral jump. He knew if Illusions was going to just regular punish it with a combo that it didn't matter. So he just went for the ballsy neutral jump.
Illusions walking forward with that fire arrow. That was frightening. Cat dash is going to do some great damage here. And corner carry. Is Illusions going to wake up or not? That's the mix-up. And he does. Jump by Atai, which will avoid, I believe, almost every option that Green Arrow does have a wake up. The unfortunate thing is that stinger put him far out of the corner and he's rebuilt the space.
Atai's in a very bad situation right here. He does still have Clash, but unfortunately he doesn't have the meter advantage. So if he does opt to Clash, Green Arrow can meet it.
And that's what Atai needed. If that jump 2 would have connected, would have had almost half health going in the final bar of health. And Catwoman does have the damage to mount a comeback. She has the damage, she has the mix. Cat dash in a dream. But here come the fire arrows, full screen.
Atai getting a little too antsy, forward dashing when he shouldn't be. That's the sweep.
Yep.
That's the sweep.
And not watching his legs as Illusions is about to take this. And guys, Noble Legolas has taken this match and he's going to move on here in runners up.
Deep in his pool. All right, guys, we do have a replay coming up for you. This is going to be Zyphox's fake mix-up. Pay attention to this.
Oh, and into a trade combo. This will be some huge damage. He has almost the same, it's the same exact combo from one. And oh, who was that going to cross up? I would have blocked cross up, let me tell you.
Just look at this comeback. And this is right out the gate. Zyphox just was destroyed. Almost a flawless on that first bar. And he just said, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Oh!
Let's go ahead and do this.
9 out of 10. That's a cross up. And then the air tech catching him with the down 1 into the ground pound. And look at this conversion at the end. That down 1-2 at the end of this looked like he had dropped it. That was very last second.
So tiny. That hitbox on the down 1-2 is so small that you can easily miss it. Forward 3. Where's it hitting? No idea.
You know what? Who knows?
Who knows? Flash knows.
Yep, only the Flash. He actually went back in time, knew what the mix-up was going to be, and told himself, do this, because guess what? They're not going to block it.
Look at this. Look how low he gets to the ground and how easy it is. Oh, no, we cut away. But it's very, very easy to miss that last down 1-2. And it was just the perfect amount of health. Oh, all right, guys. This is, thank you so much for watching Injustice Pro Series presented by PlayStation 4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break.
See you guys in a second. Oh, so hold up. All right, guys, welcome back here to the Pro Series of Injustice 2 here. Thank you. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Combo Breaker 2017. It is fantastic. This event will run by Rick. This is my first time here. I am loving it.
Oh,
completely, incredibly well run. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to everyone here at Combo Breaker. Everyone behind the scenes. We're going to get to our next match here. It is going to be KIU Vs Malcolm.
And shout out to PlayStation 4 for presenting this Pro Series task.
And coming in with Atrocitus and Harley Quinn. We haven't seen a lot of Harley Quinn in all of the competitive tournaments that we've seen across the country. But Atrocitus, we sure have seen plenty of. This man is a monster once Dexstar hits the screen. I'm talking forward 2, 2, 3 all day, every day. This man needs 12.
And Dexstar just keeping all those strings nice and safe, keeping the pressure on. And right now, Atrocitus is buying time, letting his trait load up, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, and when that kitty cat meter fills up.
Exactly, and as you saw there, the double blood in the corner, getting you all that feed stacked on top of that throw, and he only needs chip here to get his first round and play Doctor. He's going for some mix, and actually faded it out. That was so smart.
That was a great punish and a great use of that magic pixel. Look at all that life that it got her.
Yeah, Malcolm mounted a great comeback there, but now Dextar's on the screen. Completely different game.
We got to be careful. Great use of that, knowing that it was going to knock down Atrocitus, because he doesn't want to trade in that situation and leave Atrocitus standing.
Yes, a lot of people are afraid to press buttons. You can press a button there. And if you do something just like Malcolm did, which is a hard knockdown, buy yourself more time, get out of there.
A down 2, a down 3, anything that's quick enough. That's the scary part.
Yes.
It has to be fast enough.
Take that in the lab, ladies and gentlemen. Do try that at home.
That's right. That's what the lab's for.
Gives up the knockdown and a great read with that meter burn forward 3.
He would make a cute
He
plushie.
actually would make a cute plushie, ladies and gentlemen. Harley Quinn dropping facts over here.
Can someone get started on that? Please.
Also, I love this shader for Harley Quinn. The cotton candy is perfect for her. Good block again, and without Dextar, not safe, but no punish from Malcolm, and that could be a game changer right there.
Malcolm pressing a lot of buttons, keeping Atrocitus on his toes, keeping him true to his strings. No gaps allowed here. And Atrocitus goes for 1 bar. Great mindset. That was a great mindset. He knew he wasn't going to spend his bar. 15%, like I said, it's on sale. 50% for 1 bar, you're not getting a better deal than that.
Precisely, going right over the hyena.
I feel like that's the first hyena we've seen this whole game.
That is the first time Ed from Lion King actually graced his presence on the screen.
We're going to see more hyena? No.
Ooh, and the great punish was back 2-3.
Oh, and he rolls out in the air. Very smart stuff. Knew he was going to die.
Cost him all of his resources, but now he's trying to mount a comeback.
He had to do it.
Here comes Kitty, and that is a good Kitty, and the forward gas went underneath the forward 3. That was ridiculous.
And Harley Quinn was looking for an interactable there. Great throw. Great throw by Atrocitus. Closing it out.
KIU going up 1-0 here. We've seen Atrocitus do very well already here at Combo Breaker. Tekken Master making out winners in a death pool, it looked like. 3-0 over Tweety off stream. He had a win over Gurf following that, and then putting Scar in the losers 3-1.
Oh, that was the death pool. I did see that. Gur was really upset about being placed in that one.
It was just a savage wasteland of top players, but you know what? This is Injustice 2. We don't know how good everybody is.
Did you see the biggest upset with Atrocitus so far? Were you watching for Pick of the Hut versus Jeremiah?
I did.
That was incredible. Jeremiah.
Oh, and a raw back 3 from Malcolm's Joker to get us started. What a way to get us started
It's
here.
a great back 3, great range.
That surprised me. Sorry to interrupt you there. That back 3
that's great.
was ridiculous.
Usually they go for down 2s. Down 2s have great range too, and it's a little bit harder to see coming.
This man has been watching Batman in the Red Hood if he wants to do some crowbar action with Joker.
That's the finest Joker work.
Shouts to Jonathan Michael for posting the number.
That was good.
Oh, here comes the mix of fortune. And that is, you know what? You have to give Atrocitus so much respect that he can get away with a lot. In his pressure, and throws are a great way to open up somebody. Even if they're blocking 4-2-2-3, after they block a Dextar, throw is a fantastic way to open somebody up and just to keep them guessing. Atrocitus is all about that plunder, baby.
Oh yeah, he's all about that. I love his forward 2. Oh, great use of the parry by Joker. Oh, he looks for something. Atrocitus is a little bit smarter this time.
Now that's a good tool because everything that Atrocitus has that's forward advancing
hits mid.
He has nothing that's low. He would have to whiff a 1-1 into 2 for the low laser to come out. And that's about the only way that he can deal with that other than sweep.
Could also do raw NATO, which is super unsafe. Imagine that.
Most characters can get a back 3 punish. Minus 40 on that blood NATO.
Pretty punishable.
Big drop there. Malcolm walking right into Atrocitus. You know what? I love is that we keep the terminology from MK, and everybody calls that punch walk.
It's always going to be punch walk.
Same premise, and great check from Malcolm on the stagger. And meter burning roll out, but if he'd have pressed it there, I think he might have caught KIU off guard.
I feel like he wanted to just get out of there. He wanted to get out of the corner, and he was willing to use a resource for it. Not quite enough to take out the first bar.
Now.
That shield, the blood shield, will stop projectiles.
Now, when you see Atrocitus put on the blood shield, 9 times out of 10, they're going to mash forward.
Oh yeah, that's their way in. They want to get
normals, it will go through that shield. That's a little bit of advice, but it's also a read.
Yeah, because they can not go in and you'll whiff your normal, and then they'll whiff punish that.
And then they'll whiff punish you with a gigantic forward 2 or back 2.
That sword. That sword.
Speaking
Blood
of
sword.
there, and KIU going to go up 2-0 here. Malcolm with a character change might have another one in store for us.
Could be. Hopefully it's as hype as the Joker. Everyone loves the Joker.
Everybody loves the Joker.
Did you see Sonic Fox in the auction tournament?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And almost taking it. And you know, after watching NLBC, you know that he could have won with Joker. Oh, the raw blood NATO.
Raw blood NATO. Can't parry those.
A big drop. And ooh, that was an ill-advised gas canister from up close. It has a huge startup. And that's the first time that we've seen the teeth. Joker's all about, he has a fantastic gunshot, and he's all about setting up the teeth so that people are afraid to approach in his zoning.
Exactly.
And then he can get aggressive.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And when Joker hits you, huge damage potential and hard knockdowns.
Not only that, but just setting up teeth on someone's hard knockdown, you can't move. You're scared.
And then fix accordingly.
His jumping arc is incredible, like it was in Injustice 1, just nobody used it.
Yeah, jump 2, jump 3, and jump 1 are all fantastic. They gave Joker wonderful options, especially in this game where the slight changes that they made to him make him feel more viable, especially coming from Injustice 1.
Oh yeah, the new trait, the hot trait, so much better than having to earn those with parries.
And Malcolm, for being on 2-0, he's actually blocked the 4-2-2-3 pretty well. But I'll tell you what, I've never seen someone go 100 for 100 on blocking Atrocious mixed up, and I don't think we ever will.
It's really tough. It's you can't really fuzzy it. You have like very, very tiny amount of frames to fuzzy it. But hey, one option is extremely dangerous if you don't have Dexter out on deck.
Oh, the crowbar's going to take it, and this is looking decent for Malcolm. They're dead even on meter. Both these guys ready, fully loaded, comes in with the armored unblockable, coming in swinging.
Too far. Great backdash to avoid the trait.
Oh, but coming in with 4-2-3, which covers far more ground than the back 2-3. Oh, and the boot to the face. And another one!
He's not going to do it again. He's not going to do it again. He doesn't.
It would have worked, but here we go.
He whiffed it. He barely whiffed it.
Swing and a miss, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and the punch lock's going to break that armor. Shredded.
Now, Joker has a great meter advantage right now. If he gets his clash going, he's going to get at least 1 or 2 bars. Oh, he can hurt him for this. He can hurt him for this. Joker's got the meter advantage. Will he spend it?
He
2
does,
bars.
And he comes up 0. This is going to do the 25%.
That is a good
Oh,
chunk.
and a raw blood NATO. This man's a little bit of a savage right now.
He dropped it. He dropped it.
And the forward 1-2-3 into the punch lock and the throw and the parry. Das Boot right to the face.
Do have options against parries. You can go low and you can go for throws and you can go for jump-ins.
And as we saw just a few minutes ago, the slowdown on Atrocious winning with that exact throw on the boot to the face. I was in the crowd as that was happening in slow motion on the screen.
How did that happen? He did nothing.
It was amazing.
He had nothing left, and he just sat there.
And guys,
wake up sword, wake up charge, anything.
Oh yes, there was
anything.
so many things they could have done. But KIU here, moving along here with the Atrocious, and he actually had the beaded artwork. I respect that. When you're showcasing who you're playing, it's absolutely wonderful to see. The guys getting.
Or is it a disadvantage? You're going to tell your opponent right away who you're going to pick.
Exactly.
I think you got to think a little bit more.
I actually called out one of the guys running the bracket because they called out my opponent and they go, "Hey, you're playing Aquaman next," and I said, "Hey, don't give away who I'm playing."
Thank you very much.
You're such a troll. You're such a troll.
No Ares in Injustice 2, but I will live. I will prosper. I will prosper because there was a certain silhouette.
Now, why are you playing Aquaman?
That was put out by NRS that may or may not had a wonderful character back there that got my goosebumps going.
Yes,
is
that what it was?
Yes, I am playing Aquaman.
Okay. Why? Why did you not play him in Injustice 1?
Okay. Long story short.
Lay it on me.
Going back to my origin in fighting games, back to MK9, and even Street Fighter 4, I played really bad characters. I liked having mind games of
the low tier hero, or the bag of tricks that nobody knows.
Bag of tricks nobody knows.
Okay.
Exactly. So going through all the stages of NRS games, coming from MK9, I had the Cyber Sub-Zero, the Reigns of the World, Ares, And but when Injustice 1 came out, I picked up Aquaman for a little bit, played with him, and you know, I'm not that good with good.
Okay.
You know? You
feel like you want that extra element of surprise.
Yeah. So playing solid is something that's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Let the pros do it. So I like to have a bag of tricks, as you mentioned. So here in Injustice 2, there's not a lot of characters that have huge bags of tricks. They've made an incredibly solid game. And the rest, shout outs to you.
Yeah, and shout outs to Warner Brothers.
And speaking of solid, you want to talk about a man that is solid from the ground up in Injustice in NRS history? KDZ's coming up next on stream.
Oh yes, absolutely. This guy is our first Evo champion of all Injustice. You know, some say that it was because of Superman, but what you have to realize is that there were 2 other Supermen in that same top 8, and he outbested all of them. Not only that, but he outbested DJT, one of the most incredible NRS players to this day still. You cannot touch DJT in so many of these NRS games.
He has so many Evo medals. He has, I believe he has one in MKX, Injustice, and MK9.
MK9,
Yeah.
he was Evo champ 3rd year. No, third year. It was that same year. He almost won both NRS games at that first Evo. He got first in MK9 and second in Injustice 2.
With the most craziest play against Rio's Cabal, this man, you want to talk about patience? If you want to just look at a match and define patience, look at
Finals.
Yes. Look
DJT versus Rio.
Oh, this man just crouched 800,432 projectiles. But he did play Cyrax, so all you do is hit him once.
Hey, you get that one hit is really hard to get. So
that's all about. That is the glass cannon, and his opponent, EEVEE over here. EEVEE is actually a little bit of a better. He goes back to the Injustice 1 days.
And EEVEE sporting with Harley Quinn. And KDZ going with the solid Aquaman.
Aquaman's such a good choice in Injustice 2, and I like all the changes with some of these characters. Even Aquaman, who was just an iron wall in Injustice 1, has his matchups that your characters can give him trouble, as KDZ flawlesses EEVEE here to start us off. He did play Harley back in Injustice 1, but let's come back a little bit up because he wasn't back up.
Okay. I can respect that.
Absolutely. Play to win, ladies and gentlemen at home.
KDZ putting on a clinic right now. Just bullying Harley, keeping her in the corner. Not much Emperor EEVEE is doing, except just taking this trident over and over again. Here we go, getting on the board. Hyenas are out. KDZ blocks it.
Aquaman not fair at all. Using weapons in a game like this after Savage and the wake up.
Emperor EEVEE does have full bar right now. KDZ's probably going to try to avoid the class situation. Probably going to confirm into some kind of bounce or go into Tentacle Strike Meter Burn.
Fantastic block, and if you're KDZ, he's punished that now twice with down 1. If he wants to max damage it, you know you're going to punish it. Down 1, EX from the deep, massive damage. Oh, here comes the hyena! And how KDZ made it through that was ridiculous. There was a hyena coming to chomp at his feet.
The cupcake coming right at him.
And there was an air shot coming, and he just jumped at him. He can see us. Did you see that wink? He knew.
He knows. All the veterans are very good with playing with the camera when it's on them. They can see it in the corner of their eye.
Giving us a little bit of a show here.
Great trade by KDZ.
Okay, so he went for it there. He went for the punish, missed it a little bit, but there he was going for that down 1 GX from the deep. That is max damage punish from Aquaman with a 6-frame button.
KDZ opting not to go for the bounce or for the transition, keeping Harley Quinn in the corner. However, she does have an interactable at her disposal to get her out of the corner and into the middle of the stage.
And back 1, 2, 3, so strong from Aquaman. +2 on block, and it is his only plus string that does not have a gap in it. 1, 1, 2, 3 has a gap, even though it's +5, I believe, and 4, 1, 2, 3, which is at +7, I believe, has 2 gaps in it. So it's always good to throw back 1, 2, 3. There's almost no reason
back 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's very, very solid string.
They did take away the Phantom hitbox on the 2 and back 1, 2, so it can no longer anti-cross up.
Yes, I remember that.
Good thing there.
That was pretty bad. But they did fix the hitbox on the back 2. Remember how bad the hitbox on the back 2 was?
Yes.
It wouldn't anti-air anything.
But there are still ways for Aquaman to gain plus frames in mix without gaps. His stand 3 is also plus. I mean, and his EX water shield also plus. He's got a lot of plus frames. They gave Aquaman a lot of plus frames, and you see here KDZ just running away with it right now. He has also a lot of plus frames on hit. That's why everyone loves Trident Rush now.
Plus frames on
He'll
EX. Yeah, EX.
he'll
Shred.
always have the bar. So you're either going to be -5 or plus enough to almost guarantee a back one check midstream. And in the corner, it's open season, baby. And EEVEE here going with one of those characters that can give out the next trouble in this game, as you saw earlier with Forever King and Dab.
Oh man, that was incredible. Forever King up against the ropes and making this miraculous comeback against one of the best players in the NorCal scene.
And oh, look at the shimmy between these two. KDZ does not want to do it from the deep. And he's keeping that simple. I like that he's doing that jump through combo. It still does an insane amount of damage, but he's not risking the back three whiffing. Because in most cases, you have to walk forward and then back three.
Yeah, and I think he also didn't want the transition. He wanted to keep the corner situation. He wanted to just... But unfortunately, Black Adam does just jump out of there. Are we going to go scoop throw? He tried to go for it to put him back towards the corner. Fortunately, he dropped the throw part, or the forward two part.
And this is the mix that you saw exactly from Dad. When they're respecting the +2, you just keep the train rolling, baby. That was a big whip from EEVEE. Oh, and that's an easy hit confirm on a Trident. Once you see the first couple stabs hit, you meet a bird, you mash that forward. Ah! Okay.
He did stop screaming.
He did stop screaming. That, you know what? And I'm
Did
not
you just realize that right now?
No, someone actually told me that today, but I did not know that until someone told me today. And you know what? I'm not too sure. I really liked it.
I heard a little grunt, or was that Black Adam just getting hit?
That might have
over and
been
over
Black
again?
Adam getting stabbed 40,000 times for reference here. But you know what? The crowd always got into the EX Trident Rush.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in the crowd. Oh, what a great.
Let's ask Ed Boon to patch it back in.
Sound guys, you think we can get Aquaman screaming for his life? And the 4-3.
Oh, KDZ drops the combo.
Ungrabbable in the plus frames, and EEVEE this time trying to disrespect it. Looked like he tried to down one Palpatine lightning hands, and just the lightning hands came out. KDZ taking his 3-0, looking clean.
Very, very solid play. Really nothing. Really not lacking in anything, any department. Had solid defense, had a solid offense, knew exactly where he was at all times. In this game is so important. What's awesome about these NRS games compared to a lot of other fighting games is that you have to be so aware of your stage, your surroundings, what interactables are available to you, what corners your opponent has access to jumping out, using interactables.
Your opponent's meter, are they going to air tech, are they going to meter roll it? There's so many factors.
Your opponent's trait, how slowly it's building up, if it's going up or not, if it's ready to go. So much management everywhere. All right, guys, we are done for the night, but we will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning
with some more Injustice action here at Combo Breaker.
And shout outs to Warner Brothers, shout outs to NetherRealm Studios for bringing us the Injustice Pro Series, brought to you by PlayStation 4.
Really the only competitive console